those of WVON, Midway Broadcasting Corporation, or our participating sponsors.
It's The Fundamentals with T-Dub and DJ Turbine on Chicago's Essential Storyteller, WVON.
Welcome to The Fundamentals. I'm your host, Titus T-Dub Williams. We got a jam-packed show for you tonight. You'll know we got to talk about the NFL draft, what's going on with the Bears, what is next season looking like in the NFL overall. Of course, we got to talk NBA playoffs. And don't forget, baseball season is well underway. Surprising news from the Cubs and the White Sox. So let's get into it.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. And now, it's time!
Fundamentals.
These are the fundamentals.
All my life, been grinding all my life. Sacrifice, hustle, pay the price. Want a slice, got to roll the dice, that's why. All my life, I've been grinding all my life. All my life, been grinding all my life. Sacrifice, hustle, pay the price. Want a slice, got to roll the dice, that's why. All my life, I've been grinding all my life.
Fundamentals. Yo, does it feel good to be alive on a Friday night in the city of Chi? My name is DJ Turbine. No other name, no other affiliation, just that name. Welcome everybody. T-Dub, great job with that intro. Who's the other gentleman over there?
Yeah. It's your boy, Uncle Daddy, Chicago favorite. Uncle, what's going on, fellas?
Gentlemen, man. It's been a couple of days, weeks since we've been on these mics.
Yeah.
I don't even feel like it.
Well, I mean, if my memory is correct, and my memory has not been the best the last couple of weeks, so I'll be honest with you about that one. Well, we don't. But still, gentlemen, how we doing? How we feeling? 2 weeks off, still 2 weeks off. And before that, just Ryan, safe travels.
Absolutely.
You know it.
Absolutely.
How we feeling, gents?
Brother?
Great, man. Like you said, great to be here on a Friday night. I'm in the studio. It's crazy. I've been here all day. I don't know why, but I think I know why. It's because y'all needed to see me.
I mean, you a big part of this whole thing, man. You can't pretend like you not something.
Oh no, I'm just messing around, man. Friday's a long day, so I'm just saying, I'm here.
Hey,
I'm excited.
We here.
We got a lot to talk about. I'm so excited.
There's a lot. There really is a lot since the last 2 weeks. Yeah,
I'm glad I
like when it piles up like this.
I'm glad we were able to get the week off last week just because there's so much to talk about. Like, ooh, I'm so antsy.
Uncle Day, how you doing, senor?
Oh man, I'm amazing, man. Nice chill week. In the land of Uncle Day.
I know that's right.
Nice and smooth. I got a chance to do something on Wednesday. I went to
You did?
Oh my God.
Oh man, I already know.
I went to Andretti Racing.
Nice.
Andretti
what?
Racing? Yeah. Went out there, we took the senior athletes on the trip.
That's awesome.
And man, I had a ball. Got out there, drove the little go-karts. Some of my co-workers can't drive. Well, that's neither here nor there.
Well, it's racing, so it is what it is.
they
All
drive.
rules apply.
Absolutely. Then we had our senior decision day today too. So shout out to all the seniors from Thornwood that's committed to colleges, and it's all over the country, man.
Man, congratulations, man. For real.
Congratulations to them. We had
Good on you,
couple in the armed forces too. So good luck.
Absolutely.
And stay safe with that.
Thank you for serving our country.
Absolutely. But man, outside that, it's been a pretty chill week, man. Just doing what I do, the 1,000 things that I do every week.
You know it.
Heavy is a hat that has what? You have how many hats you wear, bro? You do this.
I done lost count.
You coach.
I done lost
count. You just keep it going.
Trying to be like on Day when I grow up.
Uncle Day, what color is that sweatshirt?
I love it. It's a great sweatshirt.
Do the pants match?
Of course.
Okay. I just had to ask. We're gonna leave it right there. But I just want to ask.
Of course.
My week's been good, bro. I got a ticket from the parking lot outside, man. I
gotta stop that.
I hate this parking lot. Just my gosh. Without doing it, if anybody wants to donate to my GoFundMe to raise money for this ticket, I can pay for it, but it's It's just a head. It's just a head.
So you never admit that you can pay for it because they won't give you the money.
No, I'm still gonna ask. I still have other bills to pay. I'm asking, just being nicely, $ Mexican Thor, Mexicano Thor, Cash App. That's my thing. If you can remember that, you can remember that. You don't. It is what it is. But you want to help me pay for that ticket? Help me pay for that ticket. But other than that, we've been good. You know what's funny, guys? Yesterday, I literally. So you guys already see I have my magical laptop here that lets me watch whatever sports I want. And I love this laptop because currently I got the Sox on and they're doing business right now against San Diego, bottom of the third, up 6-0. So
woo, go Sox, baby!
Keep it going because they're rolling.
Turbine put me on blast, and I had to tell him earlier when I walked in that I have been keeping up with the White Sox. It was a little perturbed that I didn't want to say that I was keeping up, but. Yes, I have been.
You should. Why you embarrassed?
No, it's not embarrassment. A couple weeks ago, you were kind of on one about us.
Oh no, we talked.
Yeah, and
it wasn't me.
I'm still a little irritated by Bulls and White Sox management. So
I don't blame you there. I do not blame you there.
It's a little tough, to deal with those guys. But the White Sox, they have been performing pretty well.
I told y'all, man, they're actually entertaining this year.
They once they learn how to pitch and close games.
Speaking of Bulls and Bulls management, they narrowed down the choice to a couple people that I saw this morning. I don't know who any of these people are.
What?
Which is something that I've been saying that I think is a terrible idea, bringing in somebody that's an unknown. But we'll see what happens. It's weird that it's the same management that own the White Sox.
We all talking about. Well, didn't the Sox already have that? What you want to call it, that sale in place with like certain parameters about 2030 and certain. I can't remember all details there, but it seems like at least for the Sox sake that they're not going to be rhinestones forever.
Thank God.
So and right now they got a pretty good team. So when I asked, I don't know, there is rumors. We'll talk about it a little later when we do baseball talk. We're not doing that right now.
I seen it and
about with the Mets.
I think it's crazy.
It's a fun little combo,
it's
but
not, because it's dumb.
Well, it's fun because it's blatantly obvious what the Sox should do, and it's hilarious that this is a conversation.
Or maybe you feel the opposite way that's blatantly obvious.
Maybe. Maybe. But I'm trying to be nice. I'm trying to be nice.
Cliffhanger hanging from a cliff, and that's why we call him cliffhanger.
Oh my God. You just dated yourself. You just dated yourself. And I knew you had PBS. I know that for sure.
Hey, you know it, baby.
You grew up watching that. I can read between the loins.
Hey, I know that's right.
I used to have to tell how old you are.
Hey man, I'm proud of what I am. I'm proud of this. This doesn't happen just overnight, bro. This is about 30 plus years of work.
That's right. You put on cocoa butter, a little bit of, lotion in the night,
whatever it takes. Whatever it takes. Well,
speaking of getting older,
what's up?
My birthday is in 12 days, and
seriously,
and it just it escapes me until somebody reminds me. So, what you doing for your birthday? Like, oh damn, my birthday is coming.
I understand that too. I finally start falling into that area about the last 2 birthdays, so I definitely understand.
Yeah, it's like, oh yeah, it is. Now I got to figure out something to try and do.
Yeah,
but yeah.
Well, we're there, so don't matter.
Hey man, had the same thing. Titus had the same thing when our birthdays were this year. Both of us had the same combo. Hey, what you doing? Hey, what you doing? He asked me. I asked him. Both of us said the exact same thing. I don't know.
Right.
I don't know. Maybe I just want to go golfing, and I don't even golf. I'm just things like that came up.
To be alive.
Right, getting a year older.
Right.
Let's go skydiving, Titus. No, let's not do that. No, I'm joking. I don't have that intestinal fortitude.
I just got one good question. Why would anybody want to jerk out a perfectly good airplane?
Pause. You heard what you said.
It never makes sense. Why would you want to jump out of it?
That doesn't make sense. The only way you're gonna get me to skydive is if the pilot and the co-pilot jump off first.
I'm
right with you.
I am so with you guys. All I think about is that King of the Hill episode when Peggy Hill just took it to the dirt.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh my God,
I'm good.
Nope, I ain't gonna be the one because with my luck, I ain't winning the lottery, but I'm gonna be the one that ends up having his chute not open. Like that's my luck. And I'm not gonna test it. I'm not gonna even put that out there.
Why Jansen? I get it.
You know what I'm saying?
I'd have to rely on my 30 plus years of video game knowledge to see if I can land that joker myself. And if I can't,
you said video game knowledge. Aim for the bushes.
I know that's right.
Hey, I'm trying to put it down in the water with the trees.
I'm trying to tell you.
Oh my God.
What was that? Air Force One? When they had to call the military to come and help get them off?
Yep.
I'm calling them. I'm calling them immediately. Autopilot. We got to get out of here.
Y'all funny. Well, that's how our weeks have been, guys. So, let's get into some sports conversation here. So the last 2 weeks, there's been a lot of eventful things that happened. One of which, the NFL draft. And we did not have the time to be on these mics because, Ryan, we prioritized you over the NFL draft.
Oh, of course.
So,
Absolutely.
with that being said, now we got to make up for our homework. So, Chicago Bears, we already know who they took first overall, 25th pick overall. Very surprise pick, Dylan Thieneman, to complete our safeties combo back there with newly acquired Kobe Bryant not that Kobe Bryant, RIP to legend, but Kobe Bryant, safety from the Seattle Seahawks, Super Bowl winning Seattle Seahawks. And it's an interesting pick. I like the pick because Thieneman had a projection of going 15, maybe in that range, in the teens. And the fact that he went that low, it screamed to me best player available. I am not mad at that because, quite frankly, it was a need, and I'm so with it because it seems like we needed to figure out, what was available for us, and that pick alone told me, like I said, being ranked where he was ranked and where we selected him, you just take that. You can't argue with that. And one thing I want to ask you guys, on top of your thoughts on the draft pick, does this combo now of Bryant and Thieneman usurp what happened last year with Byard and Brisker? Because I'll throw this caveat out there one more time. For the first here, Kevin Byard led the league in interceptions last year. He did that. That was the second time he did. He is on the back end of his career. We all know that. But you had that savvy vet and you had that young, hungry safety with Brisker, who last year finally put it together and had a full season. Didn't miss time because of injury, because he put himself like a heat-seeking missile and did what he had to do. He actually played more responsibly. So I ask, is this an upgrade on top of what you guys want to say when it comes to Thieneman coming to the Bears? Gentlemen.
Want to go first?
Yeah, you got it.
Okay. I wouldn't necessarily say it's an upgrade right now because nothing has been proven. We seen what Kobe Bryant did. We saw what he did in the Super Bowl champion. We can't forget about that. And, he played great. He had a really good season last season, and that's why he got paid the money that he got paid. As far as Thieneman, it's one of those things where we got to wait and see. I mean, he's a rookie. The transition to the NFL is hard, no matter what position you do play. So I think it's one of those things where you don't want to get excited too fast. But at the same time, I do like the move because what I saw from him in college was amazing. I did not watch a lot of college ball into the bowl games this year. So when I did see him play, I thought he was just super fast, just quick off the blitz, quick in coverage, being able to dissect exactly where the ball is going by following the routes. I think he's a great route reader, and he's patient. Even though he's fast, he's patient. And so I think that was really good for them because one thing that Kevin Byard excelled at last year to be able to get those interceptions was he being patient, especially when it came to reading the quarterback's eyes. So I think this young kid can do it, and I think that he'll be exceptional. I just, I don't want to, put him on a pedestal too high just yet as far as an upgrade. But I think that the best part about it is they got athletic. And what I mean by that is, again, what I was just saying was both players, Kobe Bryant and Thieneman, they both run, a 4.42 in the 30? I mean, the 40? 4.2, 40? Like, that's amazing. That's really fast. Like, most of your primetime receivers.
I don't know Kobe, but I think that's what Dylan did.
I want to say he was close to it.
Dylan was 4.3.
He was 4.3, but I know Kobe was close to it. But that's the same speed as your top receivers in the NFL. Your Cheetahs, your Jamar Chases, that's real speed. And that's coming from the defensive back. Man, I can't wait to see what this guy does. So I think that the athleticism plays a big part into Dennis Allen's defense because it's going to make them boys that much better defensively. And the best part about it I like is that we didn't lose Al Harris. And I don't think this was a fluke. I think that's just who the Bears are going to be as far as being able to get takeaways and, play coverage correctly. Mm-hmm. Now, pass rushing is a whole nother thing. We'll talk about that a little bit later in our dissection. But just secondary-wise, I wouldn't say that they got better, but I wouldn't say they got worse either.
Uncle Dede?
So,
I just want to preface. I only asked because that's last year, it says last year that when you look at our defense, you sit there and say that wasn't the problem. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So it's crazy that this position was overhauled as much as it was. Mm-hmm. So I go ahead, Uncle.
So we all know that the Bears had two holes in their defense.
Yeah.
And it's unfortunately the front and the back of the defense.
Unfortunately.
Pause.
Pause.
It's a Vegas weekend right there.
It is, absolutely.
I'm sorry.
I wasn't even thinking it. It's crazy.
So I like the pick because I mean it was an upgrade from nothing.
Yeah,
because they did let
For sure.
Jaquan Brisker walk away. So it's definitely an upgrade from nothing. The kid got good upside. Oregon is a prominent program that he came from. He was super effective.
Yeah.
Super effective. So, and like Titus says, you can't replace that speed. And then his instincts were already NFL ready.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I like that pick. I do like that pick. I mean, the Bears defense was what, 26 in yards allowed last season?
Yes.
Yeah, we weren't on anybody's top statistical category other than turnovers and interceptions.
Which was crazy.
Joe Flacco had his best passing game. Joe Flacco in his whole career.
But didn't they pick him off like 2 or 3 times?
Yeah.
I think that was like a couple years ago against Cleveland. This past season, he looked like a stud.
Yeah. But the fact that you can give up the most yards in the league and then lead the league in interceptions was an insane stat. It was like the definition of bend but don't break.
Yes, literally.
And they had to get better because you're not gonna continue to win games like that. The schedule was only gonna get tougher this year because they did well last season.
Yeah.
So the next season, the upcoming season, the schedule is gonna get tougher. So you do need to get better. And they did take the best player that was available at that time for what they needed. Unfortunately, they still haven't done anything to the defensive line. And I know we'll
talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, I know we're gonna talk about that, but as far as to the first pick, that first pick with Dylan, I mean, I liked it. I definitely liked it.
Yeah.
He was projected to go top 15 and he dropped to 25.
Which is weird.
Which is weird.
You can't always anticipate the rest of the league, man. You can do your best.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm with it. I'm ready to see how him and Kobe gonna pan out. They did get younger. They definitely got younger. So you see the cornerstone for they secondary is Jalen
Steele.
Yeah.
And Kyler.
Yeah.
And now they got their 2 safeties.
And we're gonna figure out if Tyreek can be that guy over there. I'm still confident he can be. Yeah, be that other corner. I saw that face. You said, ooh. I think he still can. I'm confident. Last year
stay on the field, man.
Yeah, that's
I mean, let's be honest, guys. The only reason last year his minutes or his snaps were restricted was because it'd be irresponsible to take it away from Deshaun Wright.
Yeah,
that's pretty much all it was. It was kind of like hot hand. What happened with Deshaun and Tyreek Stevenson is what I wish would have happened way back in the day with Jay Cutler and Josh McCown.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Hey, he was hot. He was coming out. What are we doing here? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's what it is. I think Tyreek is still that good. If anything, he took his time and had to do, his due diligence to get back in there. And when he was in there, he did make plays.
Yeah, I won't say that.
He wasn't terrible, but, I understand why Deshaun had to have the opportunity to be there.
But there's also a thing that happened that they didn't talk about a lot was he kind of did the same thing again that he did in Washington, where Ben Johnson had to pull him aside like, hey, get your – in the game.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that also put him out of favor again last year, even because I think that's when Deshaun got hurt too as well. He didn't really miss any time, but he got hurt. Not hurt, sick, when the whole team was pretty much getting sick.
Yeah, there was that point when people just kept getting a sickness that kept going through
Yeah.
Hallis. Yeah, you're right about that.
Ben had to, pull him to the side again. It's like, hey, get your head out your butt, get in the game.
Yeah.
Be a ball player.
So
I
think
CJ,
he just got to concentrate.
CJ didn't do all that bad either. CJ Gardner-Johnson, after they picked him up, he was just slow. If he kind of bulked up, he would have been an amazing linebacker.
Yeah.
At this point in his career.
Well, no, because at the end of the day, we all know that was simply just him playing nickel and being close to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
Would I take him back? Yeah, he made sense in the actual, what was it? Dennis Allen had him in New Orleans back in the day, so the familiarity was there.
That's true.
So
and he did look good. He looked good enough to get him a contract.
So I'm just saying.
So from the first round, which was we've actually filled in a starter. The second and third rounds, a lot of I don't know how to categorize this. Without being, am I gonna be mean or do I just I don't want to be mean. I really don't, because I did like some of these picks, but some of them were
surprises,
were head scratchers to say the least.
So I'm gonna say this.
You want to introduce the second round pick for us?
Okay, the second round pick was Logan Jones, the center from Iowa.
I like the pick.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm not against it either.
He was a Remington Trophy winner, which is basically the best center in college football.
Yep.
And he might be the answer for
Drew Dahlman.
Yep, I agree.
But I mean, we got Garrett Bradbury, but it's a 1 year thing. So it's a stopgap, and you could tell once we got Logan, you're like, this is just one and done for Garrett.
I'm gonna break it down too on why I like him too as well. So you want to go first?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
And I mean, I like the pick because, like you said, we got a guy on a 1 year deal. This would be an opportunity for Logan to learn the ropes. Of course, he's not gonna start,
and Garrett just played in the Super Bowl. He lost, but he was in there.
He was there. Yeah,
that's true.
And this will be another young guy on a rookie contract that you expect to be a key component of the team going forward. So this will give you the flexibility to extend Caleb with the record-breaking contract that he gonna need. Rome the same way.
It's gonna come.
Pay Rome.
It's gonna come.
So you got guys that you're gonna have to pay real soon.
Yeah.
And the more.
I think I forgot to mention, didn't Darnell Wright get his 5th year option exercised?
Yes.
We haven't. I don't think we talked about that.
He did
or mentioned that.
So here you go. Now, the more guys you have coming in on these rookie deals that's playing big time roles, then the better you'll be. And if you can get a center that can sit and watch and learn for one season, and then get out there in the 2027 season and be a starter and help anchor that iron fence in front of Caleb Williams, then job well done. So that the second pick made sense.
Yeah.
The second pick made sense.
See, I think the first two made sense because they were necessity picks.
Right. It was when we got to that third pick.
Yeah.
the pick 69.
Yeah.
Go figure.
Well, before you go into it, I'm gonna get my
trading out of the second round to go into it wasn't a big jump, from 60 to 69, but that takes you from late second to early third.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go into my pick with Logan. I thought it was great, like you said, center for the future. You get 1 year under Bradbury, learn as much as you can, knowing you're gonna be the guy, knowing that you got to pay Caleb soon. I thought it was a smart move, and honestly, he was one of the best centers in college ball last year. And if you look at his track record of what he's been doing in his amateur / going into his professional career and all the stats, it's very reminiscent to the guy that we all thought was going to be here in Chicago before free agency started. And that is Tyler Lindenbaum.
I thought you were talking about Drew. I'm like, what?
Nope, Tyler Lindenbaum. Remember when everybody wanted him the Pro Bowl center from the Ravens? He's basically followed the same exact path when it comes to the accolades, when it comes to the stats. And, of course, he's just younger, and you don't have to pay him the same amount as you would have had to pay Tyler Lindenbaum. So I love the pick with all the comparisons because that's who they also compared him to in the draft as well. So if you can get a young Tyler Lindenbaum to come here, hey, I think that's a huge win. I think that, honestly, if it all works out the way they wanted to, that could be a upgrade from Drew Dahlman. So I think it's good. I'm really excited about it, honestly.
So what I think, first of all, I am not against the pick. I actually do like picking him up. However, I felt like we had other things that we needed to fill right away. We do have like I said, we already mentioned it. We get Garrett Bradbury. We traded for him. Mm-hmm. He's going to be here. He's going to be taking those snaps right from the get. I know with Logan here, you can get an opportunity to possibly, if injuries, you can slam the guard, left or right, you can be center, knock on wood, that we don't have to worry about that. But we have pretty much a starter here that unfortunately cannot start right now where he's at because of the guys in front of him.
There's a guy in front of him, right?
Everybody in front of him.
But we know he's going to be the guy.
So this tells me a couple things, and I just throw this out to you guys. Because to me, it screams coach coming off of a division title and looking at the GM being like, I want him. I want him. Don't, just let's leave that at that. And then I look at the fact that it was more of a pick that we needed more impact from the second round because, again, the D-line has Remember this? The one thing I'm getting a lot of deja vu from this draft, from last year's draft, was we were talking about a running back most of the draft last year.
Yeah.
And then, you get Kyle Monangai in the 7th. And by the end of the draft day, and we're talking about, post this, Monangai was pretty much, if not an afterthought, was like, what he has to do to get into that rotation.
Yeah.
He did it. That's great on him. So with this, it was kind of like, I'm looking for the D-line, and we didn't draft a defensive lineman until the 7th round. So I feel like, did we really do our due diligence here? I'm not against him being here, but I felt like we had other needs that needed to be addressed.
See, here's the reason why I feel there's a slight difference from you is because of the fact is that I think that what Ben Johnson did was not only solidify that this is his team.
Oh, sure.
He coming in, he changed the culture. This is his team. This is what he wants to draft. This is how he feels. And now, in the NFL, you got to change your offense up every year. And that includes personnel. And so with coming in, grabbing a young sitter right before you got to pay Caleb was a very, very smart move because now you hopefully establish that spot and taking care of that. The other part about that is why I like it is because it's so hard to find good quality, as Ryan always says, good quality offensive linemen. So you can take them where you can get them. And the Bears felt like he was the best one available at the time. So you take it where you can get it. So I think that it's a great future pick. I think that it's going to pan out with him because of the fact is, like I said, the trajectory that his career is on, and he's going to be a great center. And again, one of those things where you're right. You saw the necessity of what you needed defensively, but you stuck to your draft board. And I don't know if you saw earlier this week, and I watched it this week, but Colin Cowherd said something on the herd that I thought was very profound. He talked about how the great GMs and the great coaches stick to their plans of the draft board. And this was part of the Bears' plan to get a center for the future. Mm-hmm. So they saw their guys, they scouted their guys, they stuck to their plan. They didn't rush anything and be like, okay, it's a necessity. We just got to do it now. They stuck to their draft board and they got what they thought was available for the need for right now. Because eventually, I understand what being said in his press conference earlier kind of hurt everybody a little bit, including me too, with the whole thing about we got to coach better. But at the same time, I think that he's really going in on his side of the ball on all offense. Because if we look at a lot of games last year, the Bears got stopped in a lot of potential drives where they could have had huge scores or stops where people dropped the ball or, just them little meticulous things where drives could have kept going or they could have scored or, it could have ended a different way. And a lot of these games did not have to be close or to the last minute. So if being recognized as that, saying, well, I'm going to stick to my draft board, I know what we can do. Year 2 is going to be better. We can be an offensive juggernaut. Why not get those players now versus waiting? That's what I'm thinking.
All righty. I just said, I'm not against it. Mm-hmm. It's a great pick because everything y'all said. You're right. This guy is definitely going to be our center for the future.
Oh, yeah.
So, like it, but the D-line is what, still, makes me worry. And I did say earlier, 7th round. I'm sorry. It was 6th round when we finally adjusted alignment. But still. Anyways, T, do you want to go to the next pick or do you want me to do it?
Oh, no, go ahead.
All right, cool. So with the next pick in the 3rd round, this was the trade back because we were in the 2nd round. This one really had people, they're laughing because of that reason.
Surprise.
So we went from pick 60 and we traded back 9 spots to pick number 69 to go into the 3rd round with the Tennessee Titans to select out of Stanford.
So he's a smart guy.
Yeah.
yeah, this man will do my taxes. Tight end Sam Roush. And I said that right. Tight end Sam Roush. We already have Cole Kmet here, and Colston Loveland looks like the second coming of you put it out there, guys, because quite frankly, he's doing so much good things for us. And it looks like our tight end room is already good. But to draft the tight end that early on a trade back to recoup some picks, that is interesting to me. This pick, I do remember when we made the pick, I was actually here with Kendall. We didn't go live that day. I screamed. Why are we getting a tight end for in the 3rd round? Again, this goes back to my thing about what I was talking about with Logan, saying that did we need a tight end 3? Because that's what he is. We're not going to sugarcoat that. I'm not going to pretend that that's what he's not going to be. He is going to be tight end 3 unless Cole Kmet in the offseason gets traded because Colston Loveland ain't going nowhere right now. But if you want to unload Cole's contract, That's the option.
Yeah.
I don't. I wouldn't. I don't want that.
Not this guy. Not this guy.
No.
Reason being is because
Go ahead.
He was slated to be a blocking tight end. Cole Kmet does way more than.
Oh yeah, he's rounded.
Yeah, Cole Kmet is way more well-rounded. This right here was, like you said, was another one of these situations where this looked like a Ben Johnson pick because
he likes his tight ends.
Yes.
It looks like he watched the Rams last year and saw they had that 3 tight end set with Vanette, Dickerson, what's his name, Dickerson and Higbee, and or Pankinson, or whatever his name is.
So I saw a stat that said last season the Bears had the most 12 and 13 personnel looks on offense.
Durham Smythe, guys, he was out there all those snaps. He didn't do much, but he was pushing. He was doing a push. You know what I'm saying?
There wasn't no Mercedes Lewis out there that looked like an offensive lineman.
No. So that's what clearly we see Sam here. Y'all, I mean, I said my piece. Y'all go ahead and say your piece. You continue because you clearly, you got this.
Yeah. So he basically is a blocking tight end. He'll be a red zone threat for that 12 and 13 personnel look. And I mean, this is Ben Johnson's thing. He liked to run a lot of, I don't want to call them gimmicky plays, but a lot of misdirections out of that type.
That's true.
And then with already having Colson, who runs like a wide receiver and is just big, and Cole Kmet, who is like the ideal definition of that second tier tight end when you think about the Kelce's of the world and then everybody else pretty much at tight end, and Cole Kmet is that second tier kind of tight end. And this guy, now you got a blocking tight end. It's a young guy. So Stanford used him a lot in the red zone, more so than just the block. So like I said, he'll be one of those guys that you will hear. What's his number? 83, 80, 86?
Yeah, 86.
86 is
I don't know if he actually has a number yet for us, but that's what in college,
But he'll be that guy that the referee say, 86 is reporting eligible for this play.
You funny.
Yeah.
No, for real.
For real.
He said, number 86, reporting eligible. Number 86.
Yeah. So he'll definitely be that guy, and then he'll be a special teams player for the foreseeable future. Hopefully he don't get in one of them situations where he's thrust into 1 or 2 tight end role. But this was definitely Ben Johnson was like, give me that guy because I need a gadget player, and this will be the kind of gadget player that I need in order to help take my offense to the next level.
No,
that's what division title gets you.
Yeah.
Hey, you spot on the money on that. I mean, like you said, it's a lot of 13 personnel. Like you said, the Rams did it, and they really did it in their playoff game. So, as we all know, Ben Johnson is a creative monster. And he took a lot of notes in that game, and he watched a lot of Rams and McVay. And so, I thought it was I don't agree with drafting that pick at that time, but I do understand why he did it because, again, like you said, Uncle Dede, red zone play. Because, again, the Bears got stopped how many times in the red zone last year where they should have been able to keep the ball moving, especially in that Packers game with the turnover and all that. So, we're
not talking about that.
But it makes sense on why he was thinking that way. Let me get this blocking tight end that can be eligible to come and make a play. My other guys block, okay, but I know he's down here.
Didn't they hand the ball to a tackle?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, no, that was 2 years ago.
Okay.
That was 2 years ago.
Okay.
But you get the point.
Yes.
Literally. So, but still, I think it was I think the draft pick at the time was, but as far as what he's trying to do personnel wise, I get it. So it's a head scratcher, but at the same time, like you said, we know what he's here for. We know what he's going to do.
Yeah, it's no
secret. Hopefully nobody gets hurt. And I don't think Cole Kmet's going anywhere because they restructured, his contract and somebody else.
And Jonah Jackson.
Jackson, thank you.
But that was just to sign these rooks.
Exactly. So I don't think Cole's going anywhere.
Yeah, I don't think Cole going nowhere either because
hope so.
Hometown kid too. No, he ain't going nowhere.
And Justin Fields is only going to start until Patrick Mahomes come back, and he is the only quarterback that's going to really throw the ball to Cole Kmet like that. So, Cole will be a fool for going anywhere else.
Yeah.
Hey, quick, guys, I'm sorry to interrupt. Scoreboard update. Colson Montgomery homered 7-0. Sox up.
Wait, any?
Bottom of the 5th.
Thank you. Go Sox.
Yep, go Sox over there on the West Coast. San Diego.
I'm going to keep bringing it up to you. I'm telling you right now.
We appreciate that.
San Diego got a beautiful ballpark.
Downtown
San Diego.
Lovely.
Yeah, it's a beautiful ballpark.
They need a football team again.
Hey, guys, so real quick, we against the clock, so we got to take a quick pause, and then we'll come back and continue this recap and move into our next combo, all right?
All right.
It's Fundamental, y'all. 773-591-1690 is the phone number. We're going to stay right here. Hope y'all do the same. We'll be right back.
talk of Chicago and the voice of the nation is 1690 AM WVON, Berwyn, Chicago.
Here's BIN News Now. The Florida House has approved a new mid-decade congressional map that cuts Democratic-leaning districts from 8 to 4. Black House Minority Leader Fentrice Driscoll.
For communities in Central Florida and South Florida, their voice is being diminished and they are losing representation.
Democrats call it illegal gerrymandering. A Supreme Court ruling could reshape voting ahead of the midterms. Justices struck down a Louisiana map with a second majority Black district. Former President Barack Obama says the decision weakens the Voting Rights Act, while former VP Kamala Harris called it an outrage. And Texas has executed Black 37-year-old James Broadnax for a 2008 double murder, despite a co-defendant's confession earlier this year. The case drew national attention after prosecutors used Broadnax's rap lyrics as evidence at trial. Get BIN News Now on demand 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app. Here's more with Esther Dillard.
Thanks, Bree. It's Friday, May 1st. I'm Esther Dillard. That's audio of Black Florida State Representative Angie Nixon on a bullhorn via Fox News, voicing her opposition right before Republican lawmakers voted in favor of redrawing the state's voting maps. Nixon took to her social media page to explain why she took to the House floor in this way.
They were just trying to push through illegally drawn maps that diminish representation in the Black community, that diminish representation in the Latino community, that diminish representation in the Jewish community. This is a slap in the face of voters everywhere in our state. And they're only doing it, Republicans are only doing this so that they can look out for Donald Trump and allow him to have unfettered power.
The map is heading to Governor Ron DeSantis' desk, but Democrats are promising to sue, arguing the map, which cuts Democratic-leaning districts from 8 to 4, violates the Fair Districts Amendments in the state constitution, prohibiting political gerrymandering. House Republicans say they've passed a Department of Homeland Security funding bill. The bill, already passed in the Senate, funds most of DHS, minus ICE and Border Patrol. These two agencies are expected to be funded through the reconciliation process, which allows Republicans to bypass Democrats. DHS, which includes the Secret Service and TSA, has remained unfunded for 76 days, the longest funding lapse for a single federal department in U.S. history. And finally, if you're looking for work, Black Enterprise reports there may be more money in your skill set than you think. TaskRabbit CEO Ania Smith says people are earning up to 6 figures a year on the platform, doing things like mounting TVs, assembling furniture, and running errands. One recent NYU grad pulled in more than $200,000 in his first year. The U.S. average runs about $50 an hour. Smith says the key is simple. Show up, be reliable, and do good work. You can find TaskRabbit at taskrabbit.com. Stay informed, stay connected, and subscribe. Follow BIN News This Hour wherever you get your podcasts. I'm Esther Dillard on your home for Black News First, the Black Information Network. Here's BIN News Now.
The Florida House has approved a new mid-decade congressional map that cuts Democratic-leaning districts from 8 to 4. Black House Minority Leader Fentrice Driscoll.
For communities in Central Florida and South Florida, their voice is being diminished and they are losing representation.
Democrats call it illegal gerrymandering. A Supreme Court ruling could reshape voting ahead of the midterms. Justices struck down a Louisiana map with a second majority Black district. Former President Barack Obama says the decision weakens the Voting Rights Act, while former VP Kamala Harris called it an outrage. And Texas has executed Black 37-year-old James Broadnax for a 2008 double murder, despite a co-defendant's confession earlier this year. The case drew national attention after prosecutors used Broadnax's rap lyrics as evidence at trial. Get BIN News Now on demand 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app. Here's more with Esther Dillard.
Thanks, Bree. It's Friday, May 1st. I'm Esther Dillard. That's audio of Black Florida State Representative Angie Nixon on a bullhorn via Fox News, voicing her opposition right before Republican lawmakers voted in favor of redrawing the state's voting maps. Nixon took to her social media page to explain why she took to the House floor in this way.
They were just trying to push through illegally drawn maps that diminish representation in the Black community, that diminish representation in the Latino community, that diminish representation in the Jewish community. This is a slap in the face of voters everywhere in our state. And they're only doing it, Republicans are only doing this so that they can look out for Donald Trump and allow him to have unfettered power.
The map is heading to Governor Ron DeSantis' desk, but Democrats are promising to sue, arguing the map, which cuts Democratic-leaning districts from 8 to 4, violates the Fair Districts Amendments in the state constitution, prohibiting political gerrymandering. House Republicans say they've passed a Department of Homeland Security funding bill. The bill, already passed in the Senate, funds most of DHS, minus ICE and Border Patrol. These two agencies are expected to be funded through the reconciliation process, which allows Republicans to bypass Democrats. DHS, which includes the Secret Service and TSA, has remained unfunded for 76 days, the longest funding lapse for a single federal department in U.S. history. And finally, if you're looking for work, Black Enterprise reports there may be more money in your skill set than you think. TaskRabbit CEO Ania Smith says people are earning up to 6 figures a year on the platform, doing things like mounting TVs, assembling furniture, and running errands. One recent NYU grad pulled in more than $200,000 in his first year. The U.S. average runs about $50 an hour. Smith says the key is simple. Show up, be reliable, and do good work. You can find TaskRabbit at taskrabbit.com. Stay informed, stay connected, and subscribe. Follow BIN News This Hour wherever you get your podcasts. I'm Esther Dillard on your home for Black News First, the Black Information Network. Here's BIN News Now.
The Florida House has approved a new mid-decade congressional map that cuts Democratic-leaning districts from 8 to 4. Black House Minority Leader Fentrice Driscoll.
For communities in Central Florida and South Florida, their voice is being diminished and they are losing representation.
Democrats call it illegal gerrymandering. A Supreme Court ruling could reshape voting ahead of the midterms. Justices struck down a Louisiana map with a second majority Black district. Former President Barack Obama says the decision weakens the Voting Rights Act, while former VP Kamala Harris called it an outrage. And Texas has executed Black 37-year-old James Broadnax for a 2008 double murder, despite a co-defendant's confession earlier this year. The case drew national attention after prosecutors used Broadnax's rap lyrics as evidence at trial. Get BIN News Now on demand 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app. Here's more with Esther Dillard.
Thanks, Bree. It's Friday, May 1st. I'm Esther Dillard. That's audio of Black Florida State Representative Angie Nixon on a bullhorn via Fox News, voicing her opposition right before Republican lawmakers voted in favor of redrawing the state's voting maps. Nixon took to her social media page to explain why she took to the House floor in this way.
They were just trying to push through illegally drawn maps that diminish representation in the Black community, that diminish representation in the Latino community, that diminish representation in the Jewish community. This is a slap in the face of voters everywhere in our state. And they're only doing it, Republicans are only doing this so that they can look out for Donald Trump and allow him to have unfettered power.
The map is heading to Governor Ron DeSantis' desk, but Democrats are promising to sue, arguing the map, which cuts Democratic-leaning districts from 8 to 4, violates the Fair Districts Amendments in the state constitution, prohibiting political gerrymandering. House Republicans say they've passed a Department of Homeland Security funding bill. The bill, already passed in the Senate, funds most of DHS, minus ICE and Border Patrol. These two agencies are expected to be funded through the reconciliation process, which allows Republicans to bypass Democrats. DHS, which includes the Secret Service and TSA, has remained unfunded for 76 days, the longest funding lapse for a single federal department in U.S. history. And finally, if you're looking for work, Black Enterprise reports there may be more money in your skill set than you think. TaskRabbit CEO Ania Smith says people are earning up to 6 figures a year on the platform, doing things like mounting TVs, assembling furniture, and running errands. One recent NYU grad pulled in more than $200,000 in his first year. The U.S. average runs about $50 an hour. Smith says the key is simple. Show up, be reliable, and do good work. You can find TaskRabbit at taskrabbit.com. Stay informed, stay connected, and subscribe. Follow BIN News This Hour wherever you get your podcasts. I'm Esther Dillard on your home for Black News First, the Black Information Network.
Greetings, WVON family. It's your brother and friend, Bomani Obadeli of the Activist Hour. Join me on Saturday mornings as we discuss a holistic and public health approach to addressing community violence. We will also be discussing ways that we can create a safe, peaceful, economically thriving, and healthy communities. Join me Saturday mornings, 8 a.m. on WVON for the Activist Hour.
I may ask this family about what they eat.
Dr. M?
If he's turning playtime into screen time, that might be something I'd like to know. Has he tried smoking? Does he vape? I might even ask about changes to her body. Is she feeling overwhelmed? Any signs of anxiety? If we feel comfortable asking these questions, shouldn't we also be asking, how do you store firearms in your home?
Firearm injuries are the leading cause of death for children and teens in the U.S. It's our responsibility to have a conversation about firearm injury prevention, because questions about safety are questions about health. Find tools at agreetoagree.org/healthcare.
Don't you wish your life came with a warning app?
Stop. That dog does not want to be petted.
Just a little heads up before something bad happens.
Move your coffee cup away from your computer.
Oh, no.
So you can have more control.
Stop. You're texting your boss by mistake.
Uh-oh. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. With early diagnosis and a few healthy changes like managing your weight, getting active, stopping smoking, and eating healthier, you can stop prediabetes before it leads to type 2 diabetes. It's easy to learn your risk. Take the 1-minute test today at doihaveprediabetes.org.
Warning, the cap is loose on that ketchup.
Ugh. Don't wait. You have the power to change the outcome. Visit doihaveprediabetes.org today. That's doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its prediabetes awareness partners.
Don't act like that. Don't wear that. Don't think that. I've heard everything you tell yourself every time you felt different. And I want you to know that taking care of your mind is taking care of everyone you love and who loves you. That you can be vulnerable and powerful. That you can be more connected and resilient. That taking care of me makes us stronger. Love your mind. Find mental health resources at loveyourmindtoday.org.
When you were a little kid and you thought about what you wanted to be, teaching was at the top of your list. But things changed. And as you got older, teaching didn't seem like the best option anymore. So you're thinking you'll be something else. But what would your 12-year-old self say? Now you want to be a doctor. You don't think teachers save lives? 25 at a time. An actress? Try playing a different role every time the bell rings. How about a scientist? Ever heard of physics? Chemistry? Who do you think teaches that? Teachers today are breaking down obstacles, finding innovative ways to instill old lessons, and taking learning far beyond the four walls of the classroom. It's time to recognize that great things are happening in teaching and put it back on your list. Don't try to convince yourself otherwise. You had it right the first time.
Find out how you can make more at teach.org. Make more. Teach. Brought to you by Teach and the Ad Council.
Back to the fundamentals with DJ Turbine and T-Dub on the Talk of Chicago. 1690 WVON.
Here comes the. Y'all don't really want it like that. Here comes the. Y'all don't really want it like that. Here comes the. Y'all don't really want it like that.
Welcome back to the fundamentals. We do bring the boom on a Friday night, don't we, guys?
Absolutely.
I mean, as the intro song likes to allude every time, it's the main event. It's what we wait for on Friday nights.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? Why do you think we go at last? It's the main event slot. Welcome back to the fundamentals. My name's DJ Turbine. My gentleman over here.
I am Titus T. Williams.
Yeah, and it's your boy Uncle Dad, Chicago favorite uncle.
And that wraps up the team right now for the fundamentals. And prior to the break, we was talking about the Chicago Bears and their draft. So let's just keep going with it, guys. So we just finished off with the most questionable pick, I think, out of all of it.
Yeah.
Third round trade-in pick, whatever you want to call it. Sam Roush, tight end out of Stanford. Like I said, he'll do your taxes. And he'll block a lot of people.
He'll block.
But we'll see what happens when it comes to this year. We'll see how many actual touchdowns he finds.
Y'all heard of H&R Block?
Ooh, Titus, make that a t-shirt.
That's a good one.
That's a t-shirt. You better put that out there before somebody.
Oh, man.
Sam Roush, H&R Block.
H&R Block.
I
That's
like
a
that.
great one.
Yeah, I'll swear to you. You better put that on a
great
tee.
one.
I love it. I love it. I love that.
Hey, man.
If anything,
I'll
if
be
you
here all
don't
night.
if you don't pan out, we got a good t-shirt.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
We got us a t-shirt. Yo, the fundamental we're gonna start putting out t-shirts out there. No, the fundamentals themselves. We're gonna start making a t-shirt business, and we're gonna just make parody t-shirts, and you're just gonna have fun with those. And that can be one of the first ones.
Yep,
absolutely.
I'm with
that right there. You know, Sam Roush, H&R Block. Been there since Stanford.
You know it.
All right. Let's get to it, guys. The next pick right here. The second, third round pick that we had because of this trade down, which was considered a little bit of a head scratcher, but we kept on the offensive side of the ball. Wide receiver out of LSU, Xavier Thomas. He might be a wide receiver, but he makes most of his money or his future money in the return game. He is a special teamer. So this guy is a returner. Eliminates the guys of the needs of a Devin Duvernay and all those other returners that we have put money on from DeAndre Carter and so on and likes of, you know. So with that being said, I like that pick. I actually was already thinking about that prior to the actual draft, sitting there saying when it comes to special teams, I really only think that sometimes that, you know, the best that comes out of it is when we have a young unknown, because whenever you have film, it's any sport. It's not just football. When there's film, you can get picked apart. You can be dissected. You can find certain things to, you know, holes in someone's game. Why do you like here in Chicago when we had best examples, Tariq Cohen and Devin Hester, their rookie years were sensational as returners because no film, just raw athletes coming out there and actually, you know, putting the work. So this is because of those two guys, I have hope for Xavier. That's just me. You guys?
I love the pick because of I watched him at LSU. I thought he was great. I think he played well with was it Jaden Davis that was there? I thought he was great when the passing game with them. He's great in the red zone too. And then the yak. The yak is the biggest thing for me.
Oh, you're actually looking at the offensive side of the ball.
So
okay.
yeah, I think
I'm just saying the fact that we know. That's just as saying.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
With Xavier, I'm saying he was more special teams, but you're looking at the other side, which that's good.
Yeah, I'm just naming some of the things that he did in college. He's a speed guy.
Sure.
What Ben Johnson wanted last year was speed. We thought that Olamide Zaccheaus could do that, but he couldn't catch a cold to save his life. So, it is what it is.
He got a touchdown in a playoff game.
We don't talk about Bruno. So anyway.
Okay.
So anyway, yeah, it's a speed guy.
Best of luck in the ATL.
It's a gadget weapon, so I like the pick. I thought he was great in the red zone in college. He's one of those guys that, again, can create yards after the catch. Speed, amazing. Return game is going to be phenomenal. And I think, like you said, he eliminates Duvernay, but I think he'll be something special when it comes to being able to, get the ball and get, greater yardage going into, offensive side of the ball.
Okay.
So I do like it. And then plus, if somebody, hopefully not, aka Rome, if somebody sustains some type of injury, you can plug them in at receiver. Right. So I think it's
I'll knock on wood for you.
Thank you. I think it's a really good pick. I like the pick.
So I think it's an interesting one because the Bears really don't have besides Rome, a household name in that receiver room.
Yeah.
We still know that Luther Burden is kind of a unfinished product.
Sure, still that young, second year.
Yeah. And then once you go from there, it's like a bunch of guys.
Yeah.
So of course Rome is
Jade Walker, Khalif Raymond. Clearly, who just came in. That's the vet of the room.
Yeah.
That's the vet.
Yeah. So, but this is still a bunch of other guys.
That's true.
So
Jade Walker.
Xavier got an opportunity to actually get some offensive reps if they do go with a 4 wide receiver look, or they might even stick him in the slot because he run a 4.2 40.
Yeah, you're gonna see the field.
Yeah, he's gonna see the field because that type of speed right there, even if he don't necessarily get the ball thrown to him, at least he gonna take the defense with him, and it's gonna open up. Luther Burden got to get better with that route tree.
Yeah,
and that'll open up some Titus' favorite word, yak for the other guys. But they definitely needed some stability in the special teams game.
Yeah, absolutely.
At the kick returner spot, and he is going to do that.
Because they've been getting a guy like a new guy on a 1-year deal for the last 2-3
years? Yeah,
a few years now. Yeah, it was just different guy every year.
So we haven't really had a great kick returner since Devin Hester, who was the greatest. I mean, it's hard to back up.
Put Tariq Cohen in there.
Tariq Cohen was
he made a Pro Bowl for that specifically,
but he was all right. I mean.
He went backwards to go forward.
The Pro Bowl is so watered down now.
Compare him to the great Devin Hester?
No, I'm just saying that the fact that when it comes to the return game, Tariq's rookie year was up there.
The Pro Bowl is so watered down.
Still solid.
The Pro Bowl is so. I'm gonna say this again. The Pro Bowl is so watered down.
Man,
are you sure? But that was
it's like a soda.
That was 2018, bro. How far was 2018 ago?
I still was watered down then.
Not as bad as today. It wasn't the flag football that we have today.
Right, they might as well just keep the flag football in there.
Yeah. I agree, but
the best way to fix the Pro Bowl is to give the guys that's playing for contracts that's on those practice teams the opportunity to get out there and play.
Yeah,
that'll fix the Pro Bowl. Give the guys the accolades for being.
I want the practice squad and the third stringers go out there.
But let some of those guys with promise that are not on guaranteed deals is trying to audition for another team that didn't get a chance, but I digress.
Actually, I love that idea. I really do. I think that's a great idea.
It's the only way you're going to have players actually play for something.
Yeah,
the starters and the stars, why?
I would watch that.
The youngins or the third stringers and the practice squatters, they're going to go for it.
I would definitely watch that.
Because it'll still look better than Canadian Football League.
Absolutely.
Man, look, what would do? What did Canada do to you?
We don't know who some of these guys
are. What are you talking about?
Oh, Nate.
You just said it. Oh, my God.
I love Terrence and Phillip. What are you talking about?
Toronto. Shout out to the Raptors for winning tonight because Toronto's got strays over here.
Hey, Canada,
Canada.
Right.
There it is,
Canada, but yeah.
We love you, Canada, by the way. I'm going to say it.
Oh, Canada.
Moving on.
Yep. So, but yeah, I think he definitely is going to have opportunities not only in special teams, which we know for sure, but actually opportunities to get on the field offensively. So it was still, he's not a big time name.
Yeah, because he only was like 5'10", 5'11".
Yeah, so he's a smaller guy. He's small in stature, but he can run.
Yeah,
and that was another Ben Johnson pick.
Yeah, you could tell that was because the speed is what he's attracted to.
Yeah,
that like
gadget.
Oh, guy. Exactly. Who can go 0 to 60 and I can just design a gadget play for that scenario.
absolutely.
And Sam Roush is going to come around and block somebody.
For
yeah.
I'm just telling you, it's specifically.
Hey, it's coming together though. But
Jesse,
you see, it's coming together.
And his 40 time came in at 4.28.
Woo!
He got burners.
Wow.
Those are burners, boy. Oi, 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 oi.
Yeah, the guy can run.
Kick it into gear.
All right.
Man.
So, guys, the next ones are going to be fourth rounders all the way down. But before we go there, the top 100. That is your top 100. We have 4 picks up there. We traded down and traded around when it looked past that. So when it comes to those 4 players, Dylan Thieneman, Logan Jones, Sam Roush, and Xavier Thomas, where do you guys feel about those? Because those 3 rounds are pretty much either your day one starters or can find a way in there. And from what I see so far, I'm looking at 1 starter and a special teamer. And then a couple, Sam Roush, tight end 3, Logan Jones, project for the future. But it's going to be next year. But we know for right now it's not going to be immediate unless we,
So
worst case scenario. You know what I mean?
Yeah. My take on it is they actually drafted for the future.
Okay.
And in the position that they was drafting in anyway, they wasn't gonna get any home runs. So them getting Thieneman, I know I pronounced his name.
Thieneman.
Thieneman.
Dylan Thieneman.
Thieneman. Yeah, that guy.
Oh, we got to show some love too, because I forgot just that quick that shout out to Matt McGill. He actually got Dylan.
Yeah,
Thieneman.
he was already on
VO1
Airways.
VO1, the day after the draft. We will be airing that interview sometime next week. We're just putting a little cleanup logistics on it. But yeah, he did interview him last week.
Okay, that's what's up. But yeah, he definitely was their guy for that first round pick. But outside that, the rest of it is just for the future and project.
Yeah.
So what is
that's
that?
a good problem to
what
have.
does that? Well, I want to ask, what does that y'all make you feel like, especially for second year Ben Johnson? Is that make you feel good? Do you think like are you getting Matt Nagy vibes?
Nah, because
I'm just presenting the questions.
Ben getting the opportunity to put more of his fingerprints on the roster construction. We did see a lot of pieces move out, and a lot of new faces coming in. And the guys that they picked up in free agency, they got some home run hitters. They got some ballers. In free agency. Although I know we all still have the issue with the defensive line.
Of course.
They need another edge rusher. I saw something about Joey Bosa maybe coming in for a workout or something like that.
They know they need somebody else on that line. It's gonna be Bosa, or I promise y'all, watch Cameron Jordan is gonna get a workout
I
here.
was definitely Cameron Jordan getting a workout.
If not, I'm not saying he's gonna sign, but he will be in the building at one point.
No question, absolutely.
I feel that coming.
Yeah, because they gotta.
They need somebody else.
They gotta get better on that.
We'll talk about that when we come to his last 3 picks, because when we come to the end of that list, we'll go into the D-line combo.
Okay, but yeah, I definitely, though the first 4 picks, one guy that's gonna play this year, and the other 3 are gonna be, pieces for the future.
Roush is gonna get about 46% of the snaps, and that's all blocks.
I doubt it.
He's gonna get 46% of the snaps. He's gonna get about 22 targets, and all those are gonna be in the red zone. And 1 is gonna be because Caleb went out the pocket. I'm telling you, just watch. We're gonna have one play this year. We're like, oh my god, Roush potential, and it was just because he caught a 30-yard bomb off of Caleb's scramble off tackle. I'm telling y'all, call that right now. You're gonna say, oh my god, Turbine, you actually called that. I don't know who it's gonna be against, but it's gonna be that play.
Hey, so you know what I'm gonna do when he scores this touchdown?
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna go. We make taxes easy.
There it is. You still rolling.
Hey,
you still rolling.
Block, baby. H&R block.
H&R block is that. That's a good one.
Okay, I like that.
That's a good one. That's a good one. I wonder if he gonna play with like goggles on.
That's something.
A clip goggles on. That way he'll be able to find the ball unlike somebody else we know that like.
If he holds a clipboard on the sideline, I'm gonna be like, bro, you taking people's scores over here, bro. You ain't worried about the things. All right, so let's look at the next one, guys. Y'all, oh my god, y'all funny. All right, so the next pick, let's go lightning round. The last 3 picks. So in the 4th round, the Chicago Bears, actually the first and only time I believe in the draft where they traded up. So they went from 129 to 124 with a trade with the Carolina Panthers, and they selected cornerback out of Texas, Malik Muhammad. This guy apparently has upside, a lot of potential, but still a project. I like the pick, but when it comes to the room already, even though we lost certain players, the room's still deep.
Yeah.
I still think Terrell Smith. Shut up. I still think Terrell Smith is going to be something when he comes back. I know he tore his ACL last year, but a full year off, he is going to be hungry to prove himself. Dallas Flowers is still out there. You have Tariq, you have Kyler, you have Jalen. I think the room is going to be just fine. It's going to welcome him. And then we also have Zay Frazier from last year, who him not being there coming in, that itself is a bonus because now we have another young DB. We'll figure out what we can do. And, it's competition and a minimum for him and, at least Malik here. Special teams is the ground, but they're definitely going to be on these rosters,
Yeah.
What do y'all think about real quick?
I agree everything with what you said. I think it's one of those rooms where you got to fill it up because you lost so many pieces. Competition is everything. And if you remember last year when Ben came in, the first thing he said was, guys got to work for their positions. Nothing's going to be easy. Competition every single day. And so this is definitely a competition move to motivate the players that we talked about earlier, like a Tyreek Stevenson, so, to make sure that you can earn your keep and to make sure you got a roster spot. So I love it. I think it's great.
I like it too, man. It's like you said, to add some depth to that room. It's a guy who got good upside, who they're not expecting to start now. So, he can get his reps in, get his work in, and learn from sitting and watching, and hopefully he can use that because he's a tall guy.
Yeah.
He's a tall guy.
They said he was like 6'1" or something like that.
6 foot, but 6'1". But he the one thing he got against him is he a $182.
Yeah,
$185 wet. You know what I mean? Like, we'll see what that comes.
So that'll give him an opportunity to get stronger.
Exactly. You give him that. You give him a quintessential redshirt year in the pros to at least put that experience and weight, and we'll see how you go against the second years. All right, 5th round, we traded down all the way to the 166 pick to select linebacker out of Arizona State, Keyshawn Elliott. I'll say this much: you're pretty much just another Ruben Hippolyte from last year. Let's find you a spot on the rotation when it comes to special teams.
Yep.
I don't think you're gonna do much when it comes to the actual core yet.
I think the linebacker room is probably the best one on the team.
Yeah, and then we're still waiting for TJ Edwards to come back. So we already know where that linebacker room at least stands. So we'll see where ultimately it's up. But hey, welcome to the squad, and I know you're gonna be doing something here. What do y'all believe here? Any quick observations? Any just things?
No, like you said, just another competition guy. Just something for the future that's possibly could make your team. But again, really just competition, adding depth to the room. So I like it. I think it's cool.
They got 2 swells on their team on the
the brothers.
They got two. They got the 2. They're trying to get Penei to come this way.
Yeah,
hey, bro, we both over here.
They're pulling it's a Tecumpo.
Yeah, they got Noah and Neffy.
Yes.
Hey, bro, you get that many Samoans in your roster, you get the Usos.
Right. You got
I'm just saying, like, let's do it. You know what I'm saying? Day 1-ish, Down since what? Day 1-ish.
We're waiting on the tribal chief to come.
That's what exactly. Thank you. That's perfect. We waiting for you, tribal chief. Get your butt over here.
Could you imagine them doing like a haku or something like that?
A haka dance, bro. That'd be so
I would love that.
As a Chicagoan, I wouldn't know one thing about the steps, but I would be as intense as I was going into Mortal Kombat.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Speaking of that, I think the best thing was what was that? The 2016 FIBA.
Oh, you saw that? Oh, yeah. When they were looking at them, they're like, "Yo, what they doing?"
Derrick Rose and James Harden looking at them like,
and then everyone's just like,
what?
Should we go to the bench?
Yes, right.
Should we stand here? Are we in their way?
Like, why are they screaming and yelling at us?
I saw like about
doing?
I saw about 47 questions on between all those players' faces, and not one was about basketball. It was about should we stay here? And I'm telling you right now, that's where we were.
Derrick Rose had the plainest look
Man,
on his face. Like, do he not?
Looked,
do they not know we about to get BTA right here?
Well, I thought he looked like when he came out in that All-Star game.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Kenneth Faried was just stuck. He like, what do I do?
Y'all do know we about to stump him.
Right.
I do. I appreciate the effort. That's what. All these years later, I still appreciate what you guys tried.
What was that with the New Zealand team, right?
Yeah.
The linebacker room
Keyshawn Elliott
is the deepest on the team. So so we can move to the next one.
All right, the last one, and this one has a little bit more combo into it. The Bears finally made a pick in for the defensive line. So in the 6th round, and the final pick for the Chicago Bears, pick 213 Jordan Van Den Berg. That is 4 words, and they're all a name. So out of Georgia Tech, defensive tackle. So I heard a lot of good things about this young man.
Same.
But the one thing that comes to me was why is he at the 7th round if he's that good? We need a lot of run support. And this is what apparently is his bread and butter. So hopefully this is something that could actually be something. But when it comes down to it, the whole conversation of this pick isn't that fact that we got this young man. It is, why did we wait so long to actually address the defensive line that has clearly been a problem for us this whole last year? Montez Sweat did finish the year last year with 10 sacks, and he was probably your healthiest. Now, the narrative this whole time has been, I'm gonna throw out 3 names for you guys. And again, this is not me saying this is what the grander, narrative of the Chicago Bears is right now.
Okay.
Is that Grady Jarrett, Dayo Odeyingbo, and last year's 2nd round pick, Shamar Turner, were all hurt to a degree. Dayo, I think was ACL.
Yep.
Shamar, Achilles.
Yep.
And then Grady, even though he did partake last year, the word on the street was he was never fully healthy. He just kept bouncing back in between injuries. And that's, we all saw that last year.
That's true.
I don't think last year, between all the times we reported injury reports, he was not on the list.
That's true.
Yeah. So with that being said, they're saying that hey, we're going to get these players. We've spent a good amount of money on Grady. We spent a good amount of money on Dayo. We spent a high draft value on Shamar. So we're actually getting 3 healthy linemen for what that means. You know what I'm saying? Healthy is a relative term when it comes to somebody that's coming off of an injury, the likes of an ACL, the likes of an Achilles. And those are injuries that pretty much are career changers. And at least when I speak about Shamar, because an Achilles that young, what does that do to a young man?
Right.
So with that being said, guys, what are your thoughts on Jordan Van Den Berg and the state of the Bears defensive line?
I love how he put like pauses in between.
Dude, I want you to know that Van Den is not one word. That's 2. And then Berg is the 3rd one. That's the 4th. That is I don't know. That's his middle name. I want to see his license. I don't know if I can have access to that, but I want to see.
Jordan Vandenberg.
Vandenberg is the last name.
Yes, Vandenberg.
Well, the thing is, because the B is capital and V and D are not. So I just want to see the license or some kind of transcript.
It's not the first time we've seen somebody with a 3 last name in football.
Yeah, it's not.
That's not 3. That's 4.
Well, we had Cal Van Noy.
Is his name going to have Vandenberg or just Berg?
No, Vandenberg.
I want to know.
Who else we had?
With some type of fancy accent over it.
We'll see.
This ain't the first time.
We'll see.
But I love it. I don't think the Bears needed much help in the interior defensive line. They just needed to get healthy.
Yeah.
That's my take on that pick. They didn't need much help on the interior of the defensive line. They just needed to get healthy. And if you can get those guys healthy, and I get it, he becomes a depth piece. But if you get to the point where you need him to actually play a whole bunch of snaps, they will be bringing guys in to work them out because you've had that many injuries on the interior of your defensive line.
Absolutely.
I'm still waiting on them to swing the bat for an edge rusher, somebody to play opposite Montez Sweat so that they can, at least make offensive lines have to block them straight up where they can't double team Montez. Because the interior is solid. Javon Dexter was solid when he was out there. So it's just all about getting these guys healthy and keeping them healthy. I don't know about the other side of that other edge, man, that right edge.
We need somebody.
Yeah, because Dangbo was supposed to have been that guy, but he kind of flamed out. Booker
he tore his ACL.
He flamed out first.
Yeah, that's true.
And then Booker he showed flashes. That's a big kid. He's a big dude.
Yeah. He's had a good offseason according to what social media pictures say.
Right.
Let me say, got bigger.
But I mean, is it gonna translate?
Yeah. That's true. Just because you look good don't mean you gonna play any better.
Shine ain't a diamond and everything that glitter ain't gold.
I know it. I was gonna quote Blood and Bone. We've seen a lot of big dudes in here that don't mean they don't fall.
Right. So
what did Thor say? Oh, you big. Fought bigger.
Balls.
Wow. I don't know about that, Titus.
Wow.
What is your weekends looking like?
I know, right?
No, thank you.
I know, right?
It didn't sound right at first.
It didn't sound okay. That's fine. That's fine. If it didn't sound right, it wasn't right. But yeah, that's pretty much my take on that, man. Is they needed to get healthy on the interior defensive line, not really get more help. But that looked like a best guy available at that spot type of pick. So we'll see how it work out.
I think it's one of those things. Like I agree with you totally. It's one of those best picks available. And if you also statistically look at the Bears roster with their money right now, most of the guys that's getting paid this big money are Dio Dangbo, Grady Jarrett, and of course Sweat. So
Montez, yeah, for sure.
That's a lot of money on the offensive line that's not producing.
Defensive.
Excuse me. Thank you.
It's not producing. Yeah,
you've been here forever, bro.
So
I know
it's a lot of money on the defensive side of the ball that's not producing well. So what money can you really also invest in bringing in one of those guys? Because we all knew that Max Crosby was going to be the guy, but to give up 2 first-round picks, and then, of course, we saw what happened with the trade. Didn't look good. So, okay, your next thing was Kyle Hendrickson, but you didn't want to pay a guy who you don't know was going to be healthy. So that was another problem, trade. So you didn't know if he's going to be healthy. So that was another problem. So I don't think that the Bears did not take it seriously because they know that they need help on that side of the ball, especially on that side of the line. But then all the options became non-options. Look at the third option when they were looking at trying to bring in Lawrence. Sexy Dexy. When they were trying to bring him in, but
oh my God, I forgot about that conversation.
But look at the asking price. So it's like
the Bengals gave the 10th overall pick for half a sack.
See what I'm saying? So it's like the asking price was a little too much. You know, that if you come back with a healthier offensive line, you can be better. But this is something that I told you before the show what the Bears are banking on. And I told Ryan this too. Not Ryan, Matt Rash. Sorry, I've been here all day.
Matt Rash. Okay, I got you, bro. I get it.
This is something that I told him.
So much alike.
I know, right?
It's the R's.
So this is what I told him earlier. I think that the Bears are really, really, especially the way they drafted, I think they're banking on the offense doing way more this year. I think they're betting on this offense to be top 5 in the league in order to win these games. So it doesn't really expose the defense. So I'm cool with scoring 30 points a game, but my defense giving up 21.
So they're going to be like the Golden State Warriors a few years ago. Like, we can't guard, we can't defend, we're just going to outscore everybody.
Literally. That's literally what the goal is. And the way they're making these moves, it kind of looks obvious that way. But it all depends on the development, of course, of Caleb Williams. He got to make those easy throws. He got to be able to get more touchdowns. He got to go in the red zone and capitalize.
Yeah.
But I think that's what their goal is, to say, hey, we may not get what we want defensively, but we're going to beat you offensively. And then they also still banking on, again, Al Harris being here, still getting those takeaways.
The second half of free agency is on the way.
Absolutely.
So we'll see.
Yeah.
Sox just scored. Again.
Score update, please.
8-0
Score
still.
update. Top of the 8th, 2 outs, bases with runners on first and second. Sox score with Peter singling to center, which makes Antonucci score. Hayes to second. 8-0. Sox still up.
All right. Let's go Sox.
Yep.
So, but yeah, I think that's really what it is. I think it's one of those things where they're going to, like you said, we'll see what happens. But right now with that side of the ball, I feel like they're banking on the offense to be way better and to be top 5 in the league to carry the defense, which is something I never thought I would say being a Chicago Bears fan.
Bear fan, yeah. Run the ball 60 times and let your defense, yeah, that was the Bears.
I like that attitude, Uncle Dene. So what do y'all think overall grade here for the draft? It's hard, question. But,
Great question.
They did a lot of movement, a lot of trades. When you look at the end of it, you're like, wow, that was a lot.
So
but
I'm
7 players total.
I'm gonna roll with a C.
Okay.
And I'm only gonna give it a C because with extra credit to see if those guys that they are expecting to pan out in the next 2 years are actually going, because they only really drafted one guy that's gonna play this year.
Yeah.
For sure, he's gonna be out there. That's
that's it. Out of the 7 picks, you got one that's gonna play this year. So everything else was done for the future. So I know if we have to give it a letter grade, just because, I would go with mediocrity, because we don't know what those other guys are going to look like until they get an opportunity.
I agree.
So it has to be in the middle. If you give it a low grade, it's like, but how? Because when you got a tight end that's a blocking tight end, you got a center that won the award for best center in college football. Yeah. You got a wide receiver that run a 4.2 40. a cornerback that got size, he tall, he can cover. He is a man-to-man corner. That's what he's famous for.
That's the reports right there. Yeah.
Yeah. And then you got a linebacker that's supposed to be tough and aggressive and athletic, right along with a defensive tackle that's supposed to be solid against the run. But you won't know it yet because these guys won't get an opportunity for another year or two.
I think it's a good problem to have.
It is.
I think it also comes off the facts that this draft is coming off the heels of what happened last year. And when you look at what happened last year, the amount of players that we had as key contributors, it is, you look at it and say, man, that's a weird, like, even though it's Ben and Ryan's first year together, from Colston to what was it, Monangai, who was my other guys I'm thinking of here?
From last year's draft?
Yeah, from last year's draft. I know
Colston, Monangai,
Luther. I know these right here. Why am I spacing? Give me 2 seconds, guys. I'm sorry. But what was it? From the draft, they all contributed key. Colston, big contributor. Luther Burden, big contributor. Ozzie Trapillo, big contributor until his injury. Shamar, unfortunately, did not get in there. Ruben couldn't actually find a way. Zay, no. Luke Newman, 6th-round pick. He was actually a key contributor because he actually came in numerous times during the year and did not actually falter.
Nope. Did not give up one sack.
Kyle Monangai, same thing. Like I said, so out of a whole draft pick last year, so you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Out of those 8 players, 6 were actually out there and doing something. So this year, that's the fear that out of all the 7 we picked, we're only looking at maybe 1 to 2. And the funny thing is, the 2 that I'm looking at is actually that defensive lineman, the 6th-round pick, not the other guys. Zay Thomas, I guess, because Xavier Thomas, because of the special teams game, but Dylan Thieneman and Jordan Van Denberg is going to be the only 2 that I feel that are going to actually get snaps,
Agreed.
And that's where I'm like, okay, going from that draft where we had a majority of the draft be key contributors to the season, going to this draft and saying it doesn't look like that. I agree with Uncle Dede. I'm just gonna be nice and go C+.
All right.
I'm a grade on the curve.
See, I was gonna do the same thing. I was gonna give it a C+ because when was the last time the Bears had a draft like this? They've always been drafting in the top 10.
Mm-hmm.
They've always been drafting, let's say, close to 15. No higher than that. So for you to have a 25th pick to say, hey, you had a successful season. So
now
that
you
part,
got to build on it.
Now you got to build on it. Now you are addressing the needs of what you need for your football team and looking for gadget pieces, which Ben Johnson did, and he stuck to his draft board. So again, that's huge. All the great teams do it. We look at the Philadelphia Eagles. When was the last time they were drafted besides Javon Carter a few years ago? When Jalen Carter, thank you, Javon Carter, Jesus Christ. Jalen Carter, when they drafted him in the top 10.
Jalen Johnson?
No, Carter for Philly.
Oh, you're talking about for the Eagles. Okay, I'm sorry.
You're talking about speed race.
But yeah, exactly. Hilarious. But yes, but it's like when do the great teams draft that high? So it's like you get the best available, you stick to your draft board, you understand the necessities of what you need to make your team better. And the Bears did that. Mm-hmm. Now, like you said, it's no starters besides 2 people, but they got project pieces that'll be along with the future because, of course, every season you're going to get somebody new, you're going to lose somebody. Yeah. So I think that they addressed it very well with the specific needs that they needed, whether it was the defensive backs, whether it was the linebacker room. Unfortunately, again, I think that Ben Johnson did the Roush draft for the personnel, 13 personnel. But other than that, they addressed what was necessary in those rooms. So besides again, of course, getting an edge. Yeah. But that's why I think that they're going to rely on this free agency to finally build off the cap of the team, like you said.
Yeah, hopefully.
So I can see a Bosa being here or, like you said, Campbell or somebody will be here. So, again, we'll see.
Calais is going back to the Baltimore Ravens.
Oh, he did. Oh, I missed that. Oh, wow. So
I don't
scratch that.
Bro, he spins the block with his exes more than I know, man. I'm telling you right now. He went right back to the Cardinals, to the Ravens. He said, what we doing? Hey,
what we going to where it's comfortable.
Yeah, I guess so. Oh my
He said where he can be himself.
I guess he's no man.
He says, they know who I am.
That's right.
I guess he's no Megan Clay.
Right, no man.
Oh my God, that is funny.
He said, "Look, I still got the butt grooves in the couch still."
Oh my God.
Sit a little more
comfortable. This is
He said, my tires are still, my tire marks are still in the parker in the driveway. You know.
Like, oh my garage is open. It still works.
Look at that. I'm still connected to the Wi-Fi when I come back with my phone. You didn't change the password? Oh my God.
Right, didn't change it. I still got access to the Netflix and everything.
Yes,
and I don't even have to tell Netflix that I'm traveling because this is my primary Wi-Fi right here.
Y'all got to know us a little bit better. Man. Y'all just got to know us a little bit better. Oh my God.
Oh man.
Oh guys, I love Friday nights. I'm telling you that right now.
I'll give them a C+. I think that they did well for what they were supposed to do. And again, Ben Johnson was effective, and he put if you didn't know, now you know this is his team.
Baby.
Hey. So C+.
All right, we'll see what happens this year. This is what the roster looks like. I think there's clearly still holes there, and we have to figure out ultimately what's going to end up happening.
I think they need another receiver.
Then they need a solid defensive lineman
and a defensive lineman.
Yeah,
they need, and we'll see because they're like you said already. Like if they had a scheduled visit for Bosa, I guarantee you Cameron Jordan's going to get one here. If not, because Dennis Allen said, "Why not bring him in?"
It don't hurt to give him a look.
There's a lot of receivers out there still that you can bring out there. You just bring some kind of experience. Hey, Keenan Allen's still available. Bring him back.
Let him spin the block with his ex too.
Two times. He did with the Chargers last year. Come back here to Chicago. Why not?
I just pulled up the top remaining free agents right now, and this is a decent list. You got Juwan Jennings, who used to play for the 49ers.
He just got a visit today with the Vikings, actually.
Yeah. We'll see what happens. I forgot about AJ Espinoza. So he was an edge for the Buffalo Bills. So, you know,
he's a linebacker, I think. But, yeah, he's still an edge.
Yeah. Well, we don't need any more tight ends.
But we'll see. That takes time.
Joey Bosa. So, I'm like, it's some names out there. It's some names out there that you can still sign to the roster.
Especially just for 1 year. For 1 year.
No, Khalil Mack resigned.
Yeah, he's back with the Chargers, bro.
The Chargers. He spun the block.
No, I mean, heck, why not take a chance if you want a veteran wide receiver? Why not take a chance on Tyreek Hill? 1 year deal.
I like that a lot. I'm waiting for that to actually be a thing.
Stephon Diggs. Nobody called him.
He's still a free agent.
Nobody
Seriously?
called him.
Yeah. He come. Do Cardi come with him?
No, that's over with.
No, we don't do that. We don't. We do not.
Because I mean, we lost. What's her name? We lost Simone Biles. Yeah, we lost Simone Biles.
We need somebody, right?
We need somebody.
Wow, I just seen that Tyson Hill is projected as a tight end that's available. That's crazy. He's a whole backup quarterback. That's crazy.
Boy, oh boy. All right, guys, let's move on to some NBA talk real quick. The playoffs.
Let's do it.
So, if y'all haven't been seeing it so far, we're at the stages of the playoffs where we are advanced. For example, the Oklahoma City Thunder have advanced past the Phoenix Suns.
Sweet.
And on the other side, they're just waiting for the winners of the Rockets and the Lakers, who are currently in progress. If they win, they get the Thunder. So it looks like the Lakers win. Their reward is the Thunder, the defending world champs.
The Lakers are currently up 83-62 with 5:55 left in the game.
So
Houston only has 62 points with 5 minutes left in the basketball game.
And KD didn't play tonight.
KD has not, but KD didn't play the last couple of games.
Yeah, he's been out, man.
Yeah,
Houston wasted their money because this is why you bring KD in.
Yeah.
Not because you want him in October, not in September, November. You want him now.
Yep.
And he ain't even there. So your check pretty much And on the other side of that bracket, we pretty much have the other side set even for the second round, for the semifinal round for the Western Conference. That's already done.
Okay.
The Minnesota Timberwolves have eliminated the Denver Nuggets.
Shout out to the Timberwolves. They was down 3 of their main 6-7 players.
I just want to say one thing. This still supports my statement about if you want to beat Jokic, you need 3 bigs.
Yeah.
Every time they have been eliminated from the playoffs now, it's been 3 bigs. And this goes right back to with Rudy Gobert, Julian Randle, and then Naz Reid. Even when they had Cat, it still worked out. But every time that they have been an exit in the playoffs is because there was 3 bigs, and that goes all the way back to when the Lakers won in 2020.
Yep.
I'm just saying that's how.
Shout out to the Joker for needing to have 3 guys.
Yeah. That's demanding. Like you need, if you want to beat me, you have to have that. You have to have a 3-man, big man, solid rotation that you could throw at me because one needs to take a break and the other 2 have to just keep working.
Yeah. So he say a double team. This like riding horseback home.
Oh, that's the one thing that he's having, bro. He goes to his ponies right now. He gets to go see Seabiscuit. He gets to go see what's that name?
Hopefully not Megan Thee Stallion.
Oh my god. But shout out to the Timberwolves for advancing. Sorry to Jokic and I don't know if this really ultimately hurts his MVP voting, but hey,
I'm a donkey on the edge.
if anybody here is a Megan fan, please let her know that we knew who Klay Thompson was before they started.
We all knew. I just want to throw this out there too for those who know this. Klay Thompson debuted in the NBA in 2011. Megan made her most fame in 2019 off that mixtape.
Yeah.
And I forget what the name of that song was. I know it. It's in deep in my conscience. I just want to say it. But 2019 was when she hit her stride.
Yep.
He had 8 years becoming an Olympian, all-star, part of a dynasty, winning world titles, and his family. Come on. So you don't know who he is.
He had the Travis Kelce effect with the ladies, man. So once you get outside of the sports world, it's only like a handful of basketball players that people really know. Is Steph Curry, LeBron James.
Let me ask you this though, real quick. Older days, we're older guys. How many people would know of Scottie if it wasn't for Michael?
You said how many would know Scottie if it wasn't for Michael?
Yeah,
I still think Scottie would have been a top 25 player.
So my thing is, I believe that because he was a splash brother, his clout goes up even higher because Steph is one of the generation's best players, and you can't mention Steph without talking about Klay. Splash Brothers.
Yeah, Splash Brothers.
Literally. Like I said, you can't talk about Mike without at least a conversation about Scottie, and then to a degree, Dennis. You know what I mean? There's associated fame to that, levels to that. And I believe Steph's fame is also an extension to Klay, and Klay himself has his own fame, but it's still there in combo. Well, that's just me.
We got a quick comment, though. I got to give some love. Shout out to Sidney Brown, man. He's always tuning in with us. Thank you as much always for joining the show. We're going to have you back on real soon. He gave a great comment. I thought that we should have put on the board.
Let's do it. This he says, give the Timberwolves their flowers, but this was a major choke job by Denver despite the injuries to Gordon and Watson.
So in this series, Sidney, I hear you. But in this series, when Minnesota lost Anthony Edwards, we thought like, okay, these guys are done. They're gonna be cooked because this is their best player.
Absolutely.
But Ayo carried them one game. Bones carried them one game.
He made me regret trading him.
KJ carried them the closeout game. Julius Randle had the freedom and the space to do what he had to do. So the Timberwolves showed you their actual depth once Anthony Edwards and DiVincenzo went down.
Shannon Jr.
Yeah, Shannon Jr. Denver don't have nobody to replace Aaron Gordon and what he brings.
Yeah,
on both sides of the court.
Agreed.
And you saw how Jokic was getting heated up, and they was running extra bodies at him. With Aaron Gordon on the court, you can't do that because Aaron Gordon can handle the ball. He can get Jamal Murray off of it as well, and he can actually knock down a wide open shot, stretches the defense. He plays well from that dunker spot.
Yeah.
So it's hard to really double.
I was just gonna say that, bro.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to really double team Jokic with his passing ability when you have a guy like Aaron Gordon out there. And unfortunately, when your best player on your team is tall, slow, and unathletic, if you throw enough bodies at him from different directions, it's gonna make it tough for him.
Yeah,
it's gonna make it tough for him. And
Science.
Somebody find Jamal Murray. Can we put him on the back of like a Gatorade bottle of milk
the milk cartons ain't there no more.
Because brother,
where are you, bro?
Man.
Where you been? I heard not your name one time at all in this series.
Where were you? And
was he hurt?
No, he was there.
Are you okay? That's the only thing I would say.
His game was as bad as Ryan Brown's mustache.
Okay.
Yeah. That's how bad Jamal Murray looked.
Wow. All right. Let's let them. They catch the strays already. Let's move to the next one, because the fact that Minnesota did advance, that their next round, this is the only matchup currently that is set in stone for the next round. Yep. So San Antonio Spurs move on, beating the Portland Trail Blazers. So this sets up that matchup. So the next series is going to be Minnesota and San Antonio.
It's gonna be a lot.
That's gonna be a lot of fun with the big French guys.
Yeah,
right?
The Frenchman.
Yeah, with the Frenchman. San Antonio on a heater right now, though. Without Anthony Edwards. Minnesota, this is about to be a completely different ball game.
Oh, yeah.
You think Gobert is gonna look at him and be like, "Oh, you're the young one. I am the master."
He can try it, but Wembanyama got some homeboys with him that can just hooping.
Yeah.
They got some homeboys. Fox is hooping. Harper is hooping.
Devin Vassell.
Yeah.
No, that team right there, and it's for the first time in a couple. I believe since the Spurs actually won a series.
Yeah.
It's been a really long time.
Yeah.
I don't want to say Duncan days. I want to say maybe LaMarcus Aldridge and Kawhi days, but it's been that long.
Yeah.
So it's good on them. So, we expected this. I know Uncle Dede was already saying the trajectory was going to be there. So between that, what do y'all think? I guess let's do a quick, just fun one there. Who wins that series? That's the only series we have in stone right now.
San Antonio in 6. I'm gonna give them 6 because I think Minnesota will be able to get 2 games.
Yeah.
And San Antonio
does have home too.
Yeah,
being the number 2 seed.
Minnesota be able to get the 2 games in Minnesota. And that's only because San Antonio young.
Yeah.
De'Aaron Fox is a veteran, but the rest of those guys this is pretty uncharted waters for them.
I agree.
So
I like that too.
I agree with everything you said. Again, young team gonna pull it out at 6, but they're gonna have their struggles, especially at home, trying to win in front of that crowd with the pressure on them, knowing that they got to step up to the plate. So 6 games is reasonable, but I do see San Antonio winning it.
I'm right there with you. I believe it too.
Hey, Brother Wall,
what are you saying?
I love your
what?
I love your LeBron James enthusiasm.
Go James and Lakers over the Thunder in
with
6.
Ryan not being here, we need a new LeBron James enthusiast. And Brother Wall is definitely
he's doing LeBron's work.
He is
he's not doing the Lord's work, he's doing LeBron's work.
He leaving his comments in the comment box, and we appreciate it. We love your enthusiasm. Never want to hurt anyone's feelings, never want to break anyone's pride or anything that. But without Austin Reeves and without
he's back now.
Reeves, okay, so
Reeves is back, but not Luka.
I know they was saying that they was gonna try to get him back. So they're still gonna need Luka.
Oh, absolutely.
In order to have a chance to
beat against the Thunder.
No question about it.
Yes.
God, no.
We're
talking about the MVP of this year.
Yeah, they definitely gonna need Luka.
He's a polished MVP. How can you say that? But he has literally had a year to actually polish it, even after an MVP season.
I remember when they thought Luka was fat, and all this other craziness.
I mean, he did do work to get skinny or at least get in shape.
So no, I'm just saying that's how vital he is for the Lakers because
that's the tipping point. That is the tipping point for the Lakers.
It's tough. OKC got like 8 guys on that team, and they're healthy, man. And them dudes are hungry to show that
it wasn't a mistake.
It was not a fluke. It wasn't
an accident, guys.
And I know a couple of weeks ago when we was on here, we was talking about how because I said the Lakers was going to beat the Rockets because the Rockets were so inconsistent.
Absolutely.
And a point guard.
Yeah, and I'm like, and you can't count LeBron James out because LeBron James and Steph Curry are those 2 guys that just bring an element that nobody else in this game bring right
Agreed.
now. The next tier behind them is Anthony Edwards, Wembanyama, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and Nikola Jokic, and Shai is
a couple of those teams have just advanced to the next round, so that's good. Good company.
So, Brian, what you was able to do against Houston, Kevin Durant didn't play, and y'all know as a coach, I say you only can play whoever's against you. You don't pick your opponents; you just have to play against them. Brother Wall, I like your ambition. I love your enthusiasm, but I don't think the Lakers. I think the Lakers are going home this round.
All right. So from the Western Conference, let's go to the Eastern Conference.
Let's do it.
Only one team has advanced in the Eastern Conference. That was the New York Knicks. Doing their business and actually finally advancing. They're the first team on that side. They await the winner of Game 7 that will be hosted in Boston between the 76ers and the Celtics. So, guys, who takes Game 7? Here's the crazy part.
Love those 2 words.
The Eastern Conference has 3 Game 7s. I don't know when the last time that's happened, but we all know. You said that right there, T. Best 2 words in sports. Game 7.
So
we all think Boston and Philadelphia in TD Garden.
So we looking at 2016 was the last time we had this many.
Was that? I couldn't. I personally couldn't tell you, bro.
I looked it up.
If you got it, you got it.
Yep. So 2016. But now, so the question is, who do we have in the Philadelphia-Boston series?
Yeah, we're gonna go there because the winner of this one gets New York.
Yeah. So here's the thing with this one. Jason Tatum was hitting the groove, and now he on the injury report again. And it's calf injury, and we know he's.
Is it on the injured leg that was prior to?
Now
or
that
do we
I'm
know?
not sure.
Okay.
That I'm not sure, but we do know that he just coming back from that Achilles tear, and the signs of an Achilles issue is a strain in the calf. I'm pretty sure that if he cannot go, if he's not at least 95%, because at this point in the season nobody's 100%. So if he can't at least be 95%, I don't see Boston risking it.
Yeah.
The way Philly has been playing, Maxey, Paul George, Embiid, Edgecombe, these guys are they grooving right now.
Yeah. Good
yeah, they found the rhythm.
Yep, they grooving right now.
They got healthy at the right time.
And I mean, we all knew Philly had a solid team. They just wasn't all healthy together all season. So this is one of those when you look at them and they what, a 7 seed coming in 7 or 6 seed.
They're the 7 seed.
That's not your average 7 seed.
No, not at all.
It's not your average 7 seed.
Not at all. The Bulls are your average 7 seed.
Right. That's why the Bulls are at the crib right now.
Exactly.
They didn't even get the play in.
We don't talk about Bruno.
Yeah, so Philly not your average 7 seed. So Boston without Tatum, they're gonna struggle.
Yeah,
they're gonna struggle.
Yeah.
So that I think that series is all dependent on if Jason Tatum plays or not. If Jason Tatum plays, then I think Boston gonna edge him out.
Yeah,
no pun intended.
So no Tatum. You think like Jalen can rise above that for one game?
That's too tough because Maxey and Embiid has been balling.
Yeah, they balling.
Yeah,
not the way they hooping.
That's when you look at Vucevic and be like, you better do something, Vuce.
Yeah, okay.
Hey, you want that chip, man?
You want that money? I mean, you here for a reason.
Yeah.
You here for a reason.
Okay, yeah, you got it, Vuce. Get us that double. So I got a question for you. I got a question for you, Turbine. I got a question.
Sure, what's up, man?
Oh,
if Vuce get
I need Vuce to get 26 and 14.
If he get 15 and 14, is that a productive game for him?
No, like I said, I want him. I know he's capable of it. He needs to come give me 26 and 14.
So I'm not asking what you want him to get you. I said it's 15 points and 14 rebounds, a productive game for Vucevic.
I would say yeah, because he's sharing time with what's my boy name? Quita, the other 88 for the other center. Because Vuce ain't starting, he's the backup.
Yeah. Right.
So that's what I'm saying. If he can't get the starter reps, if that's coming from the backup spot, yeah, that's a solid production.
So would 15 and 14 be okay from that starting center?
From starting, no. I would want more, especially without Jason Tatum not to be the other guy, especially in that scenario, because Vooch, technically, the way I would see it was if Tatum and Brown are healthy and Vooch is also in there, and I would assume in a perfect world that he would be starting, that's your third option. If Tatum's out, you take the responsibility of being the second option, and I need more. Like I said, 26 and 14. That's what I would want.
26 and 14.
That's what I would want for a second option center behind a two-way star like Jaylen Brown.
Okay. All right, that's fine. That's fine. I just want to know your take because 26 and 14.
Here we go.
For a center, quote unquote center for the Boston Celtics with the way they are guard heavy and how they shoot a whole bunch of threes. That'll be tough because he will not get enough possessions to score 26 points on that the way that team is constructed. Right. He won't get. So that's why I was asking, is 15 and 14, would that be ideal for what you expect from Boston center?
If I was going to run my system, no. But from what you're saying there, I guess, but that's not how I would perfectly want that. Especially, I would try to adjust my game plan, especially if I'm losing my star.
Okay. I got you. But if the star's there, then
if Jalen's there, then Vooch, you ain't touching the ball other than on putbacks and basically on kickouts where we're stuck.
So 15 and 14 will work then.
Yeah, if it was an average game with Tatum and Brown in the rotation.
Okay. All right, cool. I was just asking. So yeah, if Jason Tatum play, I got.
It's all contingent, you know what I'm saying? But the fact that Tatum is not officially gonna be, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm sorry. T, you're.
No, I mean I like everything that both of you guys said. I think that if Tatum plays, that they edge him out. But I just don't see that Boston having enough if he doesn't play.
Yeah.
I don't think that Jaylen Brown will be able to give enough over the hump from what Philly's doing right now, balling. Yeah. So, and they got miscellaneous guys stepping up to the plate too. It's crazy.
But I mean, they pros.
I wish they still had a Drew Holiday over there. You know what I mean? That'd be somebody that can probably.
He's in Portland.
No, he ain't. He home.
He's in Cancun.
He's in Cancun. Yeah, there you go, T.
They at the crib now.
He's in Cancun already. West Coast. He said that's 3 hours south. Let's go.
Hey,
I'm doing it.
I hope Ryan listening because they show about to send LeBron his invite.
You know what? I'm tired of this. It don't matter. The OKC Thunder, a Boost Mobile bundle, WWE Royal Rumble, Lakers in 5. That's for you, Brother Wall. That's for you.
When is Thunder and Rumble? Right. Okay.
Why are you trying to steal his thunder, bro? Let him have his thunder.
Let me cook. Let me cook.
Let him have his thunder with his Boost Mobile bundle and his Royal Rumble. Let him do his thing.
Oh my God.
I'm just quoting the great Shannon Sharp.
Yeah. You said Lakers and what?
He said Lakers in 5.
The Lakers are gonna win it in what right now? It's 6.
He said Lakers in 5.
OKC in 6.
Okay, 6. Oh my God.
OKC.
What was it? Roses, Lockett, Hot Pockets, T, Stop It, Rockets in 7.
I like that. That's good.
And the Rockets are already at the crib, though.
That's what I'm saying.
That was good, though.
All right, let's finish up the other side of the Eastern Conference bracket because the fact is, here's the rare part of it. It's all game 7s over there. And the fact of the matter is, you got 4 teams here vying for. Except this part right here, guys. One of these 4 teams will be playing in the Eastern Conference Finals. So, who's going to be? So, to start out right here, the Cleveland Cavaliers and the Toronto Raptors, game 7 in Cleveland. Toronto won tonight. What do y'all think there when it comes to Cleveland and Toronto?
So y'all know a couple of years ago when Cleveland was the number 1 seed, I told y'all that I thought they were kind of fraudulent, and I still do because they although they made a move, they traded for James Harden. I still think that they got the same issue that they had a couple of years ago with Darius Garland and Donovan Mitchell with James Harden and Donovan Mitchell.
I thought you were going to say Colin Sexton, bro.
No, their 2 best players still don't play defense.
No, I saw that today. I saw that today too. I was watching it. I was like, oh my God. You know how hard it is to watch James Harden try to pretend? And that's like pretend to line up for a defensive set. And you're like,
what are you doing?
What are you doing? Exactly. Are you going to let him go? Are you actually going to do something this time? You know, that's the question every time. Are you going to do something this time?
Yes, that's going to be hit or miss with them. And it's
going to be in Cleveland. That's the best part. It's in the land.
Yeah, that's true.
What they say over there, because I don't know why.
That's true. I know it all depends on what Raptors team show up.
Yeah, because you still got a good squad over there between Scotty Barnes and Brandon Ingram should be formidable enough to go against James Harden and Donovan Mitchell. And
at this point.
It's not like they're doing anything crazy today, because today I watched them. They didn't take over. If anything, I looked at Donovan Mitchell, and it looked like a player that was very tired. And
that's because he's planning a wedding with Coco.
Oh, okay. That's that. You know, that I don't know. I never had a wedding. I don't know how much it takes out of you, but so if that's the case, then far be it for me to not put that into my conversation here. But but with that being said, what you want to call it? I still believe that Cleveland's gonna win that one. Part of me really, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. There's a part that wants to say Toronto, and the only reason I say Toronto because I believe James Harden is gonna just put a goose egg, horrible performance in Game 7, because you find it's always the pressure moments in which you can really gauge or try to figure out if this is what's going to be for James Harden. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So that I don't want to put that much pressure on him but man, you've been in these scenarios before and you've disappointed so far. So I want you to actually shut me up. Real talk. make me feel stupid. Make me feel like I don't know what I'm talking about in basketball, and show me that you just have been holding it back.
And stop being a Dak of the NBA.
Pretty much.
Great during the season and terrible when it counts.
You do enough to get paid, but you don't do enough. You do enough to get paid and keep getting paid, but you
not enough to win.
Exactly. So, what do you think there with Toronto and Cleveland?
That's gonna be a toss up, man. Because I and I could look at that 6 times and I say 3-3 each way. So
right,
yeah. So that's a little bit of a toss up.
So you're not gonna be able to give me an answer. You just want to say toss up. You gotta get. We
have
have no choice here, Uncle Daddy. We have to say what we think.
I'm gonna go with Cleveland because of the home court advantage.
All right, cool. I can see that right now. Okay, we'll go with that one. Next one. T is not with us, so let's just rush on to the next one. Detroit escaped embarrassment tonight. I will say that right now. At halftime, the Detroit Pistons, the number 1 seed in the Eastern Conference,
were down 22
to the 8 seed Orlando Magic. And that alone, you sit there and be like, what? Wait, what?
Yep.
And the fact that it played out the way it played out, great comeback win for the Pistons, but I'm still worried for the Pistons. You escaped Orlando when you were facing elimination. Now you face the ultimate game 7. If they lose, are they the worst number 1 seed? You think? I don't know.
The worst number 1 seed in the playoffs this season, or
I feel like they would earn themselves a spot as one of the top worst number 1 seeds because the last 1 seed to lose to the 8 seed, wasn't that us when Derek blew his knee out?
Yep.
Come on, Detroit, lose just because of that.
Right.
Just because you want to erase that. You want to erase that?
Oh, you're big time.
So, T, real quick, just quick. Toronto, Cleveland, Game 7, Cleveland. Who wins?
St. Cleveland.
Ooh, that's tough. I'm gonna go with the surprise pick and pick Toronto.
Okay.
I'm gonna pick Toronto because why not? Why not? They've been
that right
underdogs.
There. Why
they've
not?
Been underdogs. They've been
not?
Underdogs this whole time. They've been winning games. They coming together at the right time to win basketball games. Why not? So I'm gonna go say them because I just don't believe in the James Harden team.
But because Cleveland at home, that's the only reason I picked.
I agree because you're right on that, but I don't believe in James Harden.
I don't either. Dak Prescott is basketball.
Man, literally. So, Toronto.
Okay, all right. And moving on, we were talking about Orlando and Detroit right now. Game 7 in Detroit.
I just told you how I felt.
I know you. I can imagine. So, are you going to go with the Magic?
Magic.
Oh, okay.
I'm
I like
that.
that on the
I'm
road.
going with the Magic too, just because it's against the Pistons.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be a petty Betty, little Mitch, and just be Orlando all the way. Let's go. Let's go, Orlando. Let's go, Orlando.
The Ozone. Remember when they called themselves that? The Ozone?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Y'all funny. Hey, guess what? Game just wrapped right now. The White Sox had just closed it out.
Yep, was it 8-2?
8-2.
All right.
Against the what was it? The San Diego Padres. Great start to the series. Great start to the series. Now they move up to 15 and 17. 2 games behind 500. Let's move it in the right direction.
It's a Friday. Will both the White Sox and Cubs win? I don't know when the last time that happened when we were on these airwaves.
You know what's funny? Yesterday, Thursday, both the Cubs and the Sox had a day off.
Yeah, that's weird too.
You know how weird that was for me? I'm over here looking for a game. I'm like, oh,
there's nothing.
There's nothing.
Right.
I was like, I can't watch nothing. And the fact that can we get away from the West Coast? I'm sorry, I can't do these San Diego, LA, Arizona games no more. I'm tired. I just want to watch them early. Like the Cubs played today at 3 o'clock, 1 o'clock. We're done by 3. That was great. I can't stay up till midnight.
That's how I feel about these NBA games. I can't wait. I can't wait till the seas die down a little bit because I'm used to a game being every day. But man, staying up to 12 o'clock at night is killing me. Plus, then I'm gonna want to watch Inside the NBA. So that ain't making it no better. Knowing I got to be here at 5 in the morning, it's crazy.
Real quick, before we just talk about baseball, real quick, just last pin on this basketball conversation. We just talked about the whole playoffs.
Yeah.
With all that being said, the advances made, where we're at. Y'all still have any predictions when it comes to the finals or champions here?
Nope, because my pick's out. So.
Oh, your pick's already out?
Yeah, Denver was my pick to go to the finals.
Y'all know mine was Spurs.
Okay. I'm right there with you, bro. That's my other team, San Antonio.
when we were on Lakina and Sydney show,
Second City Sports,
you said that your MVP was going to be Victor Wembanyama, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah.
I mean, if he just takes Defensive Player of the Year, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, that's cool.
I'm okay with that. But I'm still rooting for the Spurs. So as of right now, when it comes to a dude, I think the Spurs still got it.
Okay.
So we'll see where they go.
I think it is
Western Conference Finals, Thunder and San Antonio. We'll see what happens.
Thunder, San Antonio.
That's gonna be so fun.
In the West, the Knicks. I don't know why I want the Knicks. If Jason Tatum is healthy, the Celtics will be there.
Yeah.
Oh, hey guys, fun statistic right here. I'm sorry, but Murakami crushes a hanging breaking ball for his league-leading 13th home run of the season.
All right, Rook, let's
Young
go,
man, that's gonna be a great. We're gonna segue that into our baseball talk right now. But let's finish this basketball. Just put a bow on it.
Hang on. So I feel like what you said with the Celtics and the Knicks, I think that's probably going to be the East Finals. I really don't want the Knicks to go just because of the fact is that it's the Knicks, and I don't believe in the Knicks. I think that the coaching's problem wasn't the problem. Right. I think Tibbs was a great coach. I think he got the best out of them, and he could have eventually possibly gotten over the hump. But now you labeled him as the guy that can't get past it. So now it's looking like, well, okay, let's see what Mike Woodson can do. But we all know Mike Woodson is one of those journeyman head coaches, and no shade to Mike Woodson. I'm sorry, Mike Woodson, Mike Brown. No shade to Mike Brown. That's definitely one of my favorite coaches in the league. But you can't keep recycling guys, and then you ain't did nothing since 2007.
Right.
So it's like, come on, man. Like, what are we doing here? So now you got the job with the Knicks, man. And I don't know. I thought the hire was bad when they first announced it last offseason. So I don't know. I mean, we'll see what happens, but I don't believe in the Knicks at all.
Yeah, that's why I said if Tatum is healthy, it's the Celtics.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's going to be the Celtics. It's going to be the Celtics if Tatum is healthy.
Yeah.
If not, then it's going to be a toss-up.
Yeah, agreed.
So absolutely.
It'd be fun to see if they did advance the Cavs go.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
That absolutely.
Well, we'll see what ultimately happens there, guys.
Let's do it.
Baseball
talk.
Baseball talk. We just talked about Murakami right here. Mm-hmm. Man, I did 13 home runs.
13 home runs.
Leading so far. That is a great actual spot for him right now. High strikeout rate, but also a high home run rate. Now, my question becomes this. You saw what happened with New York, the Mets?
Yep.
They're inquiring. They were already thinking about actually bringing him in.
Yep.
What does that mean for you? Like, I don't think that should even be a question of like, yo, should we trade for him or should we let him go? Why? He's a great building block right now. He's doing good at first base. Just let him grow. Let him grow. And right now for the Sox, you have the opportunity. You need the opportunity. And there's so many other good players from Montgomery, from Vargas. There's players. You got building blocks. And why not add Murakami and keep him there? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think it's hot air. Why not bring that kind of conversation out there to just bring more, a little fire, a little extra stuff to the conversation for the Sox. But at the end of the day, this combo didn't happen early on because of that high strikeout rate I was talking about.
Absolutely.
But right now, Murakami's found his stroke. Good. 13 home runs. That is very impressive. Young man has earned his name here so far in Chicago. And if you're the Sox, no, you don't trade him. Wait for him. If anything, you might want to start talking about extension. Just because, hey, I think we can build with you. Baseball is not NFL. It's not the NBA. In baseball, you identify this talent and you try to go somewhere with that and you try to build with it. He is a building block. He is something that needs to be with this franchise.
I agree. And I agree with you on everything that you said, but here's my the take on it. The White Sox are a rebuilding team. They can use the farm system pieces. They can use anything to help overall make their team an overall better roster. And Murakami is on a 2-year deal. He has the potential to walk. So you'll be crazy not to, per se, listen to offers. I understand he's a rookie, I understand all of that, but on a 2-year deal, and then you got to maximize and pay him probably $200, $300 million. And When was the White Sox ever pay somebody? I don't think they paid somebody over like $70 million. Like,
no, your last big contract was Antonocci? Oh, no.
Benintendi.
Benintendi. Yeah, it's just the names. Benintendi. Yeah, that was your last big contract. I've actually told myself, who's your next? I've asked myself, who is the next White Sox $100 million contract? And by all signs, it looks like it's Murakami.
But
not now. But if you want to wait, that seems like that is in his future.
No, it's definitely coming. It's definitely coming. He's definitely going to be one of those ones. But I don't see the White Sox paying him that money with that type of ownership. I mean,
I would hope that's I see it, but I see what you're saying. But I really pray that'd be malpractice, bro. I would sue him. And I'm just I'm just a guy in the streets.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
Personally, I think it'd be a terrible idea to let him walk. I think that you should give him that big contract. Whatever zero he wants next to that number, you go ahead and make him sign that contract. Because there's something that's happening on the South Side that we have not had in a while, and that's support. We look at Lewis Robert Jr. and what he said, I think it was this season or right during the offseason or something, and he blamed the White Sox fans for not coming out and supporting the team, and that's why they lost over 100-something games. And it's just like, well, if you don't stink, we wouldn't have this problem. Chicago is a sports town.
Right.
We love our sports here. And when you're winning, you are loved. But also, we support anyway. If you look at the history of the Chicago Cubs, 108 years that they won the World Series?
Mm-hmm.
But diehard fans. Look at Chicago Bears. We still talking about 85 and 2026. Diehard Bears fans. We talk about the Bulls. The Bulls sell out every single season. Top 3 in sellout games every single season. Maybe this year dipped off slightly a little bit, but again, top 3 every single year. So the fans come out and support their teams. But unfortunately, the White Sox were that bad where it's just like, man, what's the point of going? So now that you have something that's actually fun to watch on the South Side, you don't let that go.
No.
You don't let it go.
I've said it the whole year so far. When I watch them, they're a young squad.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
And they're gonna go through the lumps of what a young squad needs to go through.
Of course.
But there are good pieces here to actually build with. And right now they're hitting a great stride. And 15-17, 2 games below 500. It's a great place to be right now, especially for a team this age, this inexperienced, trying to find a good footing in the actual, in the league and try to, they're trending in the right direction right now. And early on, when they swept the not the Raptors. Wow, the Blue Jays.
Yes.
I want to say the Raptors. I'm thinking
Toronto.
basketball still.
Toronto, so I get it.
I wanted them to capitalize off the heels of that series, and they didn't. But now it seems like they feel like they calmed down and they're back in the right position and doing what they need to do.
But again, it's still early in the season. I mean, it's still only
first
day of May.
You know, baseball is a whole long year, bro.
So it's like
we gotta try to get to October. You know what I mean? So that's what happens right now. Right now, anybody can be good in May and stuff like that, but it's about being hot at the right time.
Yeah.
So let's see if they can sustain it.
Yeah. So again, I think that as White Sox management, you'll be a fool not to look at your options, but I don't think you actually execute the option. You sign him to this big deal, have him on the South Side for as long as you can, and you build off of that. Because the one thing about, I hate to say it like this, but the one thing about when Japanese players, when they come over and they play American baseball here, their following is huge. So if you want fans in the seats, you make sure you keep them.
Also, do want to give a little shout outs to Noah Schultz, young pitcher. Came in a couple weeks ago, made his major league debut.
Tough start, but
it hasn't been perfect. It hasn't been perfect, but quite frankly, I'd rather have him here learning on the actual major league mound and perfecting and getting his game where it needs to be and actually getting used to actual major league hitters.
Yeah.
So it's still not a full perfect product, but you see the benefits that can be there.
Absolutely.
So I'm really happy. We'll see what happens there ultimately. And look at that. Sydney coming in, and local Sox fan here. Murakami will represent the White Sox in the All-Star game in July. Davis Martin, pitcher, may join him if he has a good month in May. Noah Schultz is also that dude. Look at that. 2 guys we already spoke about.
Yeah.
And Davis has been decent, but if the record don't improve, I don't know about that.
That's why he said he got to have a solid May.
Yeah,
that's what I'm
He's right.
Yeah.
I definitely agree.
Yeah, well, I mean, the team has to have a solid May. But,
I mean, hey, somebody always goes to the All-Star game from any team, even if you suck. So,
hey, Uncle Dede, what do you think about Sox so far?
I do think that the Sox are surprising some people because when the season started and they were lining up these guys, everybody wanted the young guys to play, and it was like, why are you sending the likes of Noah Schultz down to AAA instead of letting them start on the big league roster? And then they started slow. They definitely started slow.
Oh, yeah.
And it was like, oh, here we go. Oh no, we suck again. That's what the thought was.
Yep.
And I mean, and I'm semi-guilty because I didn't think that they would pick up the pace this soon. I knew that they eventually would figure it out because they do have some solid pieces there.
Yeah.
The pitching has been atrocious in Chicago on the south side.
Hey, north side ain't better, bro.
So it ain't much better.
Yeah,
we'll talk about that. We'll talk about them in a minute.
But the White Sox, it's crazy to say that they had Lucas Giolito and Dylan Cease together at one point.
Yeah.
And now it's hard for them to actually get any kind of starting caliber pitcher, let alone putting anybody in the bullpen is worth it. But they do have a bunch of young pieces, and it's good to see them grooving now. I just don't want the diehards to fall in love with it and think the fool's gold is going to be sustainable like that, because this still is a rebuild. I know I saw something about Murakami being linked with the Mets or something.
I just talked about
we
that.
just talked about that right now, bro.
Yeah, if the White Sox be the fool and don't
entertain that,
and don't lock this guy down. He leading the majors in home runs.
13 home runs.
I believe he had a record for most home runs in consecutive games by a rookie.
Yep.
I think it was like 7 or 5, something like that. Between
Yeah,
5 or
so-
7. Yeah.
So this type of pop on the bat, you don't just let it walk out under no means.
Yeah.
Benintendi got the biggest contract in White Sox history, which says a lot about how management feel.
He shouldn't.
Yeah, Murakami should definitely break that.
We said that Murakami has a chance to be the Sox first $100 million, sign in a while.
And he should be. And then and if you think about it, like Titus was saying, that these Japanese born players, they do bring fans. And anybody who know anything about the logistics of 35th and Shields, you are right on the edge of Chinatown.
Literally.
So they don't have far to travel.
Right.
They do not have far to travel to come out and see this guy. And if you want to finally start getting some butts in the seats over there at the G, at the rate or whatever they call it now, I know.
But still,
it's the same. It's the same,
community.
It's the same community. They're gonna come out and they're gonna support.
Yeah.
They definitely gonna come out and support.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, the White Sox would be a fool for not locking this guy down.
I agree.
And I'm with Sydney. Davis Martin gotta have a solid May.
Yeah.
He had a couple of bad performances, couple of bad outings.
Gave up a lot of runs.
Yeah, but I mean, they're young, man. They're young and they still learning how to play.
Yeah.
And it was I've seen a few games where they were up going into the bottom third of the game and 7th, 8th, 9th and couldn't close.
Yeah.
Pitching couldn't close.
Yeah.
So they'll be fine. They'll be fine as long as they stay competitive. They'll win baseball games. They might actually win some baseball games that they shouldn't win.
Yeah.
Oh, they're definitely.
Yeah,
they're going to find a way.
My only hope is that they do not.
I mean, they did against Toronto.
Wild card. Yeah. That's my only hope, is that they do not end up being the Cleveland Indians from Major League and end up battling for a wild card when that's not where they need to be.
Yeah.
It's my only hope. Outside that, I mean, I'm excited. I'm excited that some competent baseball or Will Venable is being played over there on the South Side, because we just had the guy who was should have been Eberflus's cousin. I can't even think his name. That's how bad he was.
Rick Renteria.
Paul Grafal.
Oh yeah,
that guy Grafal. Pedro Grafal. There we go.
Okay.
Pedro Grafal. Yeah.
All right. Well,
that guy. So.
Hey, it's looking good for the Southsiders right now. It was a hard start, but right now, 15-17 is an actual solid place to be, especially for a team that you didn't think were going to be here right now. Keep moving.
And they
keep on moving.
They got 2 more against San Diego, right?
Yep.
Yeah, they just started their series.
They have an opportunity to leave Cali 500.
Exactly. So let's see what can happen there. But let's go to the Northsiders right here. The Northsiders, the Chicago Cubs, are currently 20-12, coming off of a victory today against who was it that we got? I know this right now off the top of my head. Why am I struggling? Arizona. The Diamondbacks. Yeah, we hosted Diamondbacks today in a close one, 6-5, in which the Cubs pitching almost gave it up. And that was what I say. The Cubs pitching in the sixth gave up 4 runs and almost bled them dry.
Yeah.
So fortunately, they were tighten up and just keep it together. The bats have been good. Unfortunately today, big news coming out of that game on top of a win was that our stud first baseman right now, a two-way stud, honestly, Nico Horner, exited the game in the second inning with what was reported stiffness in the left side of his neck. And it's baseball. It's a different kind of breed of injury. So when it comes to these kind of situations, yeah, you're going to make sure you take it easy with him. And he just signed, speaking of $100 million contracts, he signed himself a $166 million contract. So Nico is going to do what he needs to do. And the Cubs are going to protect him and make sure that he's all right and that he's available for the long run right now. We're pretty deep. You know, we have guys that can also cover at first. Michael Bush, Matt Shaw, both of them subbed in today as pinch hitters and all that's kind of fun jazz. And they've been doing good. You know, they just came off a 10-game win streak, and currently we are in a 9-game win streak at Wrigley. We defend home. So it's good. I love the way the Sox are playing right now. Losing Nico does suck because he has been one of the hotter bats. Moises Ballesteros has been the other hot bat for us right now. Our 3 top home run hitters from last year, from Suzuki, PCA, as well as Michael Bush, have been underperforming. But I attest that to there's film out there. You finally got film. Pitchers are finally going to get used to you. It's sports. You see that once you get film on somebody or kind of, you know, a little inkling, it does go a long way. So the fact that we're still being able to win right now in spite of our pitching, I think that we're doing just fine. We'll find some pitching when we can. I'm expected to be a little active at the trade deadline, if not already, because, oh, my God, that rotation when it comes to the pitching in the bullpen, it's bad. It is bad, and there's been moments where like today is a great example. We almost lost it just because of pitching, and if anything, that game was 6-1 going into the 6th, exiting. We had no business being in a 6-5 game, but I digress. It's a good spot to be right now. As long as we can walk away with these wins, we'll move. But guess what's coming up in a couple weeks that I was telling T and both Deontay that, yo, this Crosstown Classic is it's shaping up to be a really good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because y'all hosting it right there on the south side. Hey, Sydney, by the way, hey, you still about that? I'm with it. I'm telling you, I'll be there with you if you really want me there. But I love the way it's shaping up to be right now. And Chicago baseball, it is a great time right now to be a baseball fan. Honestly, I am enjoying myself watching both the Southsiders and the Cubbies because, quite frankly, man, when's the last time we actually had both teams actually be this competitive? And I'm telling you guys right now that the Southsiders have been competitive all year. They just are learning. And they are learning quickly. And if they can keep learning quickly, they might surprise some people and actually, you know, make a run. But we all know how baseball goes. It's about being hot at the right time. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So you can be hot right now, but we'll see how hot you are coming towards, you know, September and October, you know?
Yeah.
With that being said, y'all got anything else to say when it comes to I said my piece about the Cubs. You guys are being really quiet.
I mean, we're waiting on you to stop talking.
Okay. You know, I apologize. Titus, please.
No, I agree with everything that you said. I agree with the coaching and the pitching staff. That's one thing that they did not address this offseason that me and you hammered about the whole winter was they need to get pitching. They got to get better pitching. They got to quit winning games on the fly because of pitching blowing leads. And so, again, we're seeing that early and often. Yeah, they're on a winning streak, but the pitching has been so suspect. And it's making it look like Craig Counsell look like a middle-of-the-pack manager. And I think that he is a solid manager, but it's making him look mid. So I think that this pitching really needs to be addressed. You got to do something by the deadline because you look at your heavy hitters, you look at your Dodgers, you look at all of these other great teams that got great pitching staffs. When the playoffs come, you got to be able to compete with these boys. The bats going to probably get hot. Get cold and stuff like that. So you got to be able to compete in October. So if they really want to try to compete in October, I think they need to start looking at this roster and saying, okay, well, I don't want to give up this piece in trade, but what can I do to get better pitching? So that's really their only Achilles heel. Other than that, I love the defense. We talked about this last week when they were playing, and the infield was great. The defense from the infield was spot on solid. It was a couple, I think it was it PCA? He threw one of those from the outfield from the left. I think he wanted to throw right to the second base or third base, and he got the out. Like it was one, I forgot exactly where it exactly happened, but it was one of those ones. But okay, the defense is strong. They got a really good defense, and if they can stay consistent, especially in the infield, and give up maybe 1 to 2 runs a game max.
Also, I do want to give flowers to the Alex Bregman signing. He has been great so far.
Absolutely standing out. Yeah.
He ain't blowing it away with home runs, but when he gets up there and he has his teammates on base, he knows exactly what to do. So he has been a great
defensively at third. He's been awesome. He's been really awesome. So it's like
not every decision is great, and also his challenge rate at the base when it comes to the new challenge system, he has like a high conversion rate where he sees it. So.
Yeah, so
great,
man. He's doing really good. I thought it was a great signing when they got him. I was so jealous because I wanted him to sign with the Sox. So I mean, I think that I think the Cubs are in a really good spot right now to be a potential playoff team for sure.
Yeah, and I agree. The Cubs. We knew coming into the season, anybody that paid attention, they did not upgrade the pitching
at all.
No.
And we knew that was going to be their Achilles heel. Yeah. The expectation is for them to make a move at the trade deadline to get some pitching in. See who's available then, who's selling out to the contenders, and who's going to be a pretender at that time.
For sure.
Buyers and sellers.
Yeah, so I'm one thing I can say about the Cubs was that they started slow as well.
Yeah, they did.
And they have been like streaking for real.
10-game win streak is when they finally found their stride.
When they finally started to look like the baseball team that we expected to be competing for the.
We were 500 the whole time before. Yeah, you're right.
Yep. So. I mean, it's a long season with baseball.
Absolutely.
Very long season with baseball.
100 and what many games?
162. And the Cubs was really trying to find like where to place everybody, all the new additions that they had, where to piece people in. And then they lost 3 of their starting pitchers to injury, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, we lost
Steele, right?
Steele, and then we just recently got back Matthew Boyd, but that still sucks that we lost him. Who was my other guy? Not Vay Faye.
What's that? Who had to get the Tommy John?
Yeah, the Tommy John.
I know his name. Why is he escaping me right now?
Yeah, but
something. I can't remember.
Nonetheless, when you lose 3 starters in baseball to injury, that's tough. It's tough to replace those guys.
Yeah.
So the Cubs will be all right. They got a solid manager and Craig Counsell. Their team is pretty deep, and those guys at
Kate Horton.
Thank you.
And those guys at the bats are disciplined as well.
Yeah.
And they'll be fine, man. They'll be fine. They'll be right there competing with for the division with Milwaukee, unfortunately. So
it's a tough division where the Cubs are, and you know that already.
Yeah, absolutely.
And, I mean, unfortunately, that's one of the things that sucked for you guys. You guys opened the season against them, and it just like we all knew how that was going to go.
Right now, they're the best division of baseball right now.
And it's not going to be a clear path for us to the playoffs. So they got a lot to go there for. But we'll see ultimately how that ends up for us. But hey, baseball's in full swing, and guess what? Chicago baseball's fun right now.
Yeah.
Whether it's the South or the North side, it's good. It's a good time.
I might actually go to I ain't gonna say that.
I'll go with you.
I don't like the owner.
He said, I don't like the owner.
Hey, we can say that about a few owners.
How about this? Let's go to Wrigley. And let's not go to the game. Means actually in the stadium. Let's just go bar hopping around there.
I'll go inside of Wrigley.
I'm trying to save us money and just get us buzzed.
Well, yeah. We got to make sure we don't be like, dude, where's my car?
I'm not saying anything to that. I don't know what you want me to say to that. I don't know what you want me to say to that.
Nobody said any names.
No, right. Nobody said anything.
You didn't have to. It's an inside joke.
I got a new tattoo. What does it say? Dude, you got one too? What does it say? Wait, what does mine say?
Dude,
yours
I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this. Oh my God. It's fine. It's fine. Don't put an air tag in that mug. Be fine. And never gonna lose it again. Y'all don't know what I'm talking about, everybody.
But
man.
I'm definitely down. I guess if we make it a fundamentals out and then go to a White Sox game,
I'm down.
I mean, why not?
I'll be a team player.
Why not? I'm telling you, it's a fun time. I saw Murakami hit his first home run in Century Link, bro.
Yeah, you did.
I was there.
With a jersey too on. It's crazy.
It was a free jersey. They gave it to me at the door.
Turbine the plug, so we don't even need to worry about getting into the White Sox game.
Y'all
We just
funny.
walk in with him and go sit where we want.
I'm just saying.
I got my ways.
Third baseline for me. Appreciate it.
Hey,
Right.
Sydney, I still want you to, I want to go with you, buddy.
Come on,
Don't
Sydney,
don't worry
join
about
the
them.
crew.
Don't worry about them. All right, guys. Well, let's wrap it up for this Friday
sir.
evening.
Yes,
It's been a
sir.
fun time. I don't know about karaoke because Dr. Love is in DC.
Yeah.
He's doing his thing now.
We got to find out a way to end it, though. What
I
we
mean,
gonna
we're
do?
gonna just put some music on and just end it.
don't
How
got
about a fun question?
Okay.
Oh,
How
you know
about
what?
this? How
I
about
forgot something real quick. It's going to take me 2 seconds. I forgot.
1, 2.
So I want to show you guys something. Turbine saw it a little bit earlier.
Did you have it ready?
Yeah, I got it ready right now. So out of all of the main athletes right now in Chicago sports, who is first through 10 and why?
Can you email me that picture real quick?
Sure.
Email it to yourself.
Okay, I'm doing it right now.
You said so. Say that again.
So right now, I got
In your opinion, Uncle Dede, what are the top 10 Chicago athletes out of all, and when I mean all Chicago sports, current top 10 currently?
So out of the still currently playing.
Yes,
now.
the ones that are contracted to a Chicago franchise.
To a Chicago franchise, not a Chicago player though.
Yeah, no.
I mean, not a
that's the
Chicago
caveat.
native, right?
They are currently playing for a Chicago franchise,
but not a Chicago native.
No, exactly. Exactly. Who's your, you know what I'm saying? So out of the Bulls, the Cubs, the Sox, the Hawks, the Bears, the Sky, the Fire, so on and so forth, who are your top 10 athletes in Chicago?
Well, number one gotta be easy. Pete Crow Armstrong.
Nope.
What?
He's on there, but he is not number one.
I'm sorry, I'm having a hard time trying to share it.
I will I'll give you that one right now because I know myself. The number one athlete currently in Chicago, according to this
Caleb
list,
Williams?
is Caleb Williams.
Okay, so I forgot about the Bears. Yeah, Caleb Williams will be number one.
And there's debate. Is there a debate there?
Nah.
Do we all believe that that's there?
Nah, yeah, that's.
I believe the same thing. I think that Caleb is definitely that right there.
Yeah, I forgot about. I don't know how I forgot about the Bears.
I mean, it's not baseball. It's not football season, my boy.
Yeah. So Caleb being number one, yes, I could see that. I could definitely see Caleb being number one.
See, if I don't have the image, I need you to run this.
Yeah, I don't know. It's not. I'm sorry, it's not sharing.
It's cool. Just then run.
Well,
you just run it. Yeah, you run it.
Run through the list. So number one in the Chicago top 10 athletes, we got Caleb Williams number one, Connor Bedard number two, Pete Crow Armstrong number three, Josh Giddey number four, Nico Horner number five. Surprisingly, at number 6, Dylan Thineman. Already.
Hold on. Just put a pin in that.
6. Rakia Jackson at 7.
Okay.
Murakami at number 8.
Okay.
Mallory Swanson from the Chicago Red Stars at 9. And number 10 is Hugo, sorry, I can't pronounce your last name, Kuipers from the Chicago Fire.
So what's his name?
Dylan Thineman?
No. The guy who played for the Cubs, who
Nico or PCA?
No, PCA is on there. The Asian guy who had the knee problem.
Oh, Shohei
Ohtani or Seiya Suzuki?
Seiya Suzuki.
You would put Seiya on this list?
I wouldn't have put the new guys on there and girls.
Yeah.
I mean, I was nice and I said I'll give Murakami that because granted it is young, but he is making a hell of a splash.
Yeah, but I mean, he started. I mean, it's.
So
Jackson has been in Chicago for what, 2 weeks?
Seconds.
Hey, I feel it. So you want if you want to take out Murakami and put like Suzuki or Shota in there?
Yeah, Thineman just got drafted last Friday.
So here's my thing. I told T, I was like, I would take out Thineman and I would put Skylar Diggins in that spot because I believe that even though that she's brand new to the city, her work speaks for herself.
Or Camila Cordoso.
Camila still there. I mean, if you're gonna put Rakia Jackson in there, I think that you gotta put
Skylar in there.
Yeah, you gotta put. I mean, because I feel like as much as I appreciate Rakia being here, I still think that Skylar is a bigger star, at least respectfully.
We love you too, Barbara.
Appreciate you, Barbara G.
Hey, it's entertaining show, guys. It's entertaining. We live to entertain.
Friday night.
So with that being said, I also think that what you said over there about like Camila and other like Suzuki should have been there. I thought that Murakami being where he's at right now with the streak, I understand. I would put him at 10. You know, I'm putting him at the bottom of the list.
Yeah.
But what do y'all think when it comes to that list?
So like you said, Rickea Jackson and Thieneman, I would definitely take them off the list. I would add Jalen Johnson as one of the players, and then Camilla as one.
Yeah.
And again, sorry about Mallory Swanson and Hugo Kiopers. I'm sorry again for butchering your name. Please forgive me. But
Don't be mad at us.
I'm not really sure who you people are. So
how dare you?
It's not because I don't watch soccer, but it's because I don't watch soccer. But no, I would definitely take them off the list, and then I would add probably.
I just can't afford another subscription.
I would definitely add and take one of them off. If I can only take off one, I would take off probably the last guy, number 10, and I would put on Montas Buzelis.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say, Modest.
Because him being.
I mean, if Murakami's on there, why isn't Matas?
Yeah, that's I would put him on that list. So that's what I would take.
I mean, Josh Giddey is a triple-double machine.
Well,
but
Montez Sweat. Why? How come?
Yeah, that's
I don't know. I said
I don't know.
No, I said if not Montez or another Chicago Bear, I said Jalen Johnson.
Yeah,
because it seems like he's done it.
Jalen
He's put the time in there. You know,
Modest should definitely be on there ahead of the people who.
If DJ was still here, I would put DJ Moore on that list.
That's no question about that.
Absolutely.
But you know, it's an interesting list. But I think this list gave a lot of love to a lot of young pups.
Oh yeah,
but see, I don't blame it.
If we did this list 2-3 weeks ago, it would have been Caleb Williams, Angel Reese.
Oh yeah, I don't know about that. You know how I felt.
I know how you felt.
We know how you felt.
I know how you felt.
You know how Arthur felt.
But you did just say that a center getting 15 and 14 was serviceable.
Hey.
No, I didn't. I wanted 26 and 14.
You said
from the backup spot, and if the center was the third piece in the rotation.
You said if Jason Tatum was playing, then 15 and 14 would be serviceable dealing with the rest of what he got.
Because the fact he's to be the third option.
But Angel Reese was never an offensive option. She got all her points off of rebounds.
Bro, I saw her again this week go up and try to be the offensive option as the fourth option, and it's failed miserably. We're not doing this conversation right now. It is 11:59, Uncle Day. We are not doing this.
We start this off next week.
No, I don't know about that.
The show with this next week.
I just was because as you were saying it, I'm like, yes, I'm gonna keep it. T-Dub was like, I know what you're doing. I already know where you're going with that. I already know you're going with that. You're not gonna discredit her 15 and 14 with 6 assists, bro.
If that 15 and 14 has a high shooting percentage, I live with it all day.
It was 47.
No, that's not high.
How?
I'm saying if we're no. I'm saying if it's a 15 and 14 with like a 60. 70, we're good. That's a great
70.
Hey man, there's a lot.
Who's shooting that?
Nobody.
A few guys. Don't tell me that. Look at DeAndre Jordan's record. Look at his shooting percentage. Hey, me bounds. He was one of the few ones that actually got him first.
Oh my God. DeAndre Jordan shot how many air balls from the free throw line? All he did was dunk the ball.
Oh my God.
Chris Paul wasn't passing it to him no more.
If
DeAndre
Angel could
Jordan
dunk, she'd be the DeAndre Jordan of the NBA of the W. Oh my God.
It.
I just saw you. You just painted a picture for me perfectly. All-star, all-NBA.
Here we go.
I'm just like, he was the teammate of the year, and I bet you she will be one day.
Did DeAndre Jordan ever average 16 points a game?
Not at all.
No, but I think he was an all-NBA first team or all-NBA. He made an all-NBA team.
Did he ever average 6 assists in a game?
Not at all.
That wasn't his game, bro.
Thank you. And she averaged 15, 13, and 6 assists while shooting 47% from the field, bro.
You're waking up a monster right now, buddy, and you're not going to like it. This season, I'm going to follow her to the worst degree, and I'm going to bring analytics. I'm going to bring second-gen stats, and you're not going to like it.
Hey, what was that Amazon workforce stat that?
I'm just telling you right now, the way it's going, he is asking for a ledger. And it's coming. It's gonna come, and I'm gonna be like, bro.
And
I'm gonna put my glasses. I'm gonna count. Let me count the ways.
I just want you to understand that in Atlanta, she's the third or fourth option.
No, she's the fourth. Don't give her that much. She's not the third.
She
said it herself.
Wyatt Howard, Alicia Gray, and then Angel Reese or Brianna Jones, maybe.
Right.
But it'll be a toss up between the two of them.
Yeah.
So when she at the free throw line.
She made one. So when she averages,
you don't.
But she still had. So hold on. She had 8 points.
She went 1 of 5.
She had
we
8
should be
points.
happy about that.
She had 8 points, 7 rebounds, and 3 assists in 8 minutes, bro.
That's pretty
And
impressive.
29% free field goal percentage.
She didn't shoot the ball that much.
Oh, she still shot it and it didn't go in. Trust me,
It
you just
did
didn't
go
see
in.
it. You just didn't see it.
I was front and center.
Hey, I made money. I made money off that first miss.
I was right. Yeah, she shot a 3-pointer to open the game.
Why would she do that? That's not her game. She ain't
they
Caitlyn.
They called the welcome home play for they called the welcome home set.
Bro, Camilla blocked her.
No, she blocked Camilla too.
I don't care. we was not winning that game. You know that. We still got ways to go. But she want to come up here act like, oh my God, I'm going to go in. I have so many more players that can actually like open the floor for me. And you did nothing. You did nothing. It was your first preseason game. But let's
7
see.
rebounds in 8 minutes.
It's pretty good.
Oh,
She had 8 points and 7 rebounds in 8 minutes.
Pretty good, man.
Make sure you give her participation ribbon too, okay?
They
guys?
won.
Make sure you give it to her, bro. Not because of her. Not because of her. Bro, if those 6, 7 rebounds and 8 points were not on the board, they still would have won.
No, they would. They only won by 8 points.
Literally.
Bro, that game was
They would've
horrible.
lost.
They were out. The Sky were never in that game. You saw how you saw the game, bro. They was about 50.
This guy was
There was
losing by
always
4 with like 2.
no, but there was like a
left.
16, 15 point deficit for a majority of that.
And then they put Sydney out there, and she did her thing. Sydney
That's
Taylor.
true. That's true. But it's
She had-
at
she
that
had
point.
20
That's
she had like
preseason, bro.
28 in the
It's
second
still
half.
preseason.
I
we
get
know.
you.
We know.
I understand. That's what I'm trying to get you to understand. That in
Oh, I know, but
preseason-
I
in
tell you, I'm bringing you
preseason-
analytics.
In preseason, she had 8 points and 7 rebounds in
On
8 minutes.
29% shooting.
You can say that if you want to.
You need to say that because you can't pretend that that's not a real factor.
But you want to ignore the
It's
fact
like
that
talking about a
last
baseball
season-
hitter going to bro. If I'm batting 29, 0 for 29.
If
I'm not doing the
if
best.
you batting 290 in baseball, then you serviceable.
Yeah, and that's not in basketball.
You're right, but you just
You just said it. I'm right.
But she just shot 47% for an entire season, and you said that's not good enough, bro. 1 out of every 2 shots. Where's your margin for
47,
error?
bro. Well, you are not gonna sit here and sell me on 46% actually accuracy. That is you're below 50%. So
if you round 47 to the nearest 10, it goes to 50.
And if I round that, it goes to 60. And if I round that again, it goes to 70. What are we doing? What are we doing?
I'm gonna tell you this.
Oh, man.
I'm gonna tell you this. Your favorite NBA player is shooting less than 47% from the
true.
field.
Very true.
For an entire season.
That's
I'm
true.
gonna tell you that your favorite, and I stand firm on that.
I'll look in that. I will look into
who is
that.
your favorite NBA player? We can look it up right now before we get up out of here.
I gotta look at that in my head. I'm thinking about that right now. I was like, who's my guy? It's probably Wemby, but
your
like
favorite, and I guarantee you, let's see, Wemby.
he's not shooting 46% from the field, bro. He is not shooting 46%.
Y'all are hilarious.
Hold on, we about.
I mean, if we're gonna use by his metrics, she's dang near shooting 100%.
We are about to see. All right, here you go. Wemby played 64 games this season. Right, 64 games this past season, and he averaged 25 points, 11 rebounds, and shot 51% from the field.
That's more than half of his shots.
That's more than half. And he's 7'5"? Who else is big as him?
Oh, I guess we're gonna go to that combo there.
But he shot 34% from the free throw line. I mean, from the 3-point line. 34% from the 3-point line.
As a center.
Also, now we're making an excuse for him as a center, right?
I mean, you want to put that caveat.
Angel had more rebounds than him. Angel averaged more rebounds than him.
You're not.
She's not
we're
the
not
tallest person
We're
on
not
the
talking
court.
rebounds with her.
Oh, okay. I got you. My fault.
You know she does me bounds.
My fault.
He
But
actually
hey,
earns his.
I'ma say
she
this.
just shoots, gets her own.
I'm gonna say this, Turbine. I'm gonna say this, and then we can get up out of here. I'm gonna say this, and we can get up out of here.
I love it.
If you round Wembanyama's field goal percentage to the nearest 10 and Angels to the nearest 10, guess where it's going?
50 and 60.
50.
Oh, wait, his nearest 10 is 60.
His nearest 10 is 50. It was a 51. So
no, you said 50. I round up. I don't know about you. You rounding down.
51.
4 and down, you round down. 5 and up, you send it up. Come on, man.
I don't know about you. I'm doing it differently at this point in my life.
We're not counting in Spanish, bro. We're counting in English.
And by the way, do you want to mention the 3-point difference? Where's she shooting?
She's not a 3-point shooter.
No, but you want to bring it to the conversation. Where's she shooting? Oh, her first shot was a 3-pointer last night.
Right, and that was tragic, Brunson.
I'm just saying. And then when she makes one, they want to act like she's the best shooter in the league.
Here we go. Victor Wembanyama, second season, he shot 47% from the field his second season.
Okay.
Would an Angel shoot her second season? 47%.
Got you there.
It was like 10 shots.
Ah,
it was like
the goalpost is moving. The goalpost is moving.
I hope the Dream win for you guys because you guys are looking like great fans for the Atlanta Dream.
You just said, bro.
Y'all know where
so it had to be more.
You know
than
where
10
me
shots,
and Arthur stand on Angel. I think she is not worth
Somebody
nothing.
call Ryan and just come calling and say Angel Reese and bug him.
No, I'm good here. Y'all already said the words. But I'm just saying, look, I like her. She's nice, but I don't think she translates to winning basketball. I think she's in a great spot because she does not need to be the number 1. She doesn't need to be number 2. She doesn't need to be number 3. She is great at number 4. If she goes to the bench, even better. But I'm just saying that where she's at, she is not a key contributor to championship basketball. And you're going to find out. If she wins in Atlanta, it will be not because of her. It's because of her teammates.
Wow.
And she even said, she's like, I have so much better teammates.
We ran out of time.
I know, we're done. But
I think I hear static in his mic.
Do not do you winded me up.
We're gonna start with this.
All right. We're done. Sky up, Dream down. It's been an episode of Fundamentals. My name's DJ Turbine. And these guys can just know what buttons to push.
I am Titus T. Del Williams.
No, exactly. It's like a cheat code in the 90s. Up, down, left, right.
Hey, you do know I got a controller tattoo.
I know. I see the PlayStation shirt.
And this your boy Uncle Daddy, Chicago favorite uncle. A Turbine got a problem with Angel Reese, and it's okay though.
And Kennedy Carter.
And she's in Vegas. Watch out there now.
It should be the first cut.
She's about to get a championship.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Until the next time, it's the Fundamentals. Y'all know what we do, guys. Peace.
Angel Reese.
Way too formal, y'all know I don't follow suit. Stay